Super energetic now. Gussarola. 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 Gus. I am Super Gus. Super energetic now.
This Rooster Teeth podcast is brought to you by Bing. Only Bing now integrates information from your friends on Facebook and experts on Twitter so you can tap into their knowledge and opinions and spend less time searching and more time doing. Now search goes social. Check it out at bing.com.
Hey, it's podcast.
Is that what Weed Whacker sounds like to you in your world?
I love that theme song. That's my favorite theme song ever. Thanks to Sam Jib from the website for submitting that awesome theme song.
Does that bring you back, bring back memories of working in IT and being like, Gus?
This is what they're doing in Ibiza. This is what they're all dancing to these days.
Is it?
Gus.
I guess we have a couple unusual people here. I should probably do some quick introductions.
Unusual.
We have Barbara, who's very weird. Jack from Achievement Hunter. Ben, who works on our website.
Hello.
Visiting from the UK. And do not adjust your headphones. Ben is British. He has a weird accent. And we have Joel.
I'm also British.
Joel has a giant cup of tea. Is there nothing gross in the tea? Are you just drinking straight tea for once?
Why is it yellow on the side?
Well, that's what happens when
That's
tea
what happens when you
leaks
spill
out.
tea. I put a bunch of artificial
Teabag.
sweetener in there, but it's tea bag. Yeah.
Teabag.
That looks gross.
Normally, I'm used to you having your
Aren't you British?
your concoction.
I don't. Doesn't mean I like tea. Especially not when it's like
It's gonna go
dripping
hand in
all on the
hand.
side of your cup.
I had
Disgusting.
to cut. I haven't had coffee in like almost 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I had one time. Jack
did
and I
that
did a
radio
radio
review.
show, and I felt like I needed it for the radio show. But I really had to cut down on.
So you're doing better with tea.
Yeah, I'm doing better with tea. I mean, it's like not as acidic or whatever. I don't know. This has got to be boring.
It's like a healthy
It's our
cleansing.
podcast.
It's podcast.
Hey, have we talked about the guy who eats people's faces?
We mentioned him in passing.
Yeah, we briefly
Yeah.
taled about it.
Why? You want to talk about it?
I like that that's his thing. Oh, he also eats people's faces. You know?
Yeah, no big deal.
Like that's his
That's on
thing.
his business card?
Yeah, like hi, I'm
So you
Chad.
got really, because it seems like we got a lot of pushback from people on the website that we hadn't, because we hadn't talked about this guy.
We mentioned
like he's
it.
the most famous guy on the internet now.
Yeah, like
he's king of the internet.
I think what we said was it was one of the stories that broke right after we released the podcast, so it wasn't as relevant when we recorded the next one. It like fell into that weird.
I don't really know how much
Time.
you could really say about that. Like, he ate people's faces. It's like, all right.
So it's this bath salt
gross.
thing.
I feel
Next.
bad for the guy whose face got eaten.
He was a homeless dude.
shit.
I don't know
I
if you
feel
knew that.
bad, and it's generally not a good thing that
Yeah.
that happens, and it's all that's sort of bad.
Generally.
But I think it's important that occasionally somebody rises up and eats somebody else's face. Just to kind of keep everybody in fucking line.
I've not heard anything about this, and you all sound demented.
I think
right
it's
now.
sort of no, because it's sort of just like occasionally you got to have somebody eat somebody else's face
I-
because it's like you're like
You got to keep like that fear of predators in people.
Exactly. You got to keep the fear of predators in people because you don't know. It's
like-
like
it's
if
like-
you keep fucking around, I may just reach over and fucking bite your
In
fucking
Animal
nose off.
Kingdom, animals constantly have to worry about getting eaten by something else, but we never have to worry about it. So you're saying that we should have that fear every now and then that something's going to eat me.
I think it's important that people have that. I think some people need more of that fear.
You don't think there's enough fear in the world, like paranoia about every little fucking detail?
There needs to be more.
There needs to be more.
Keep
Dude,
people
if
in
look who
line.
you're talking
to, Barbara.
If you really
I know.
stop and think about it, man.
Well, that's why I'm so baffled, because, like, Joel is the most afraid of everything happening to him.
I'm not afraid. I'm careful.
Careful. So it's like the fact that he wants more of that.
My
in his
face is
life.
not going to get eaten.
As far as
so
you
you
know.
think.
Of a mask.
What's your face-eating defense?
Well, just positioning really mainly.
Positioning.
It's all geography.
So you got to be careful because now at RTX, some kid's going to come up and go, I'm going to eat your face now. Because they usually go, no one's going to eat my face.
Yeah, if you try and
Boom.
eat my face, I'm gonna fucking
When we say
That's gonna
like
end bad
when we
for
say
you.
eat your face, are we talking like just skin level? Talking about like taking nose
it's like
off?
The, it's like the
what's
deal
level?
where Gavino and Bernie are like, shoe, ha ha ha, shoe, fun shoe, and then a fan throws a shoe at him, hits him in the head, they're like, hey, no throwing shoes. Like all of a sudden,
We had a
he gives out the
discussion
window.
about this.
Now, if Gavin rose up and ate that guy's face, that motherfucker would not throw a
fair
fucking
game.
shoe.
It wouldn't be a problem anymore. I see where you're coming from now.
I see you're trying to get it now.
I feel
Like that dude.
I feel like I might be deranged
I just
because
got-
I'm agreeing with you.
This tea,
That's
I just
true.
got back from Starbucks, right? There's some asshole who's taken up 4 fucking parking spots. He's got a rig. He parked the rig sideways, taking 4 parking spots. Somebody needs to rise up and eat that motherfucker's face. Right? Like, it never occurred to him when he was taking up 4 parking spaces. He's like, maybe I shouldn't take up 4 parking spaces because maybe someone get pissed and eat my face.
Well, why didn't you rise the occasion and then just go for it?
It wasn't around.
He didn't have his
It's been
caffeine
there for
yet.
2 days.
Oh, this is true.
It's been there for 2 days now.
Oh,
Some
really?
asshole parked his trailer there for 2 days. Somebody got to eat that guy's face.
Why don't you just key his car or something like that?
No, I could never key someone's car because then
But
they
you
might
can eat his face.
might key my.
That might key your face.
Jack,
Have you-
that's a dick move. That's fucked up. You
you
don't
had-
key someone's car.
Keying
No, you
keying car is
clearly
less
bite their
permanent
nose
than
off.
eating their face off. Let's be fair.
What's that dish? The tartare? Like sushi's good and
Okay.
beef tartare is good. That's raw beef. Have you had that?
No.
It's fucking delicious.
comparing this to
if
someone's
you have
face?
raw beef, if you have well prepared raw beef, and you will say, well, this is the way meat is supposed to be.
I have to imagine
If
like
this
like
makes more
face
sense.
would be like chewy.
Chewy,
though. Yeah,
like-
it would be gross.
Not necessarily. Have you ever had barbacoa?
Maybe.
That's essentially cow
I don't
face.
like the name
Is
of
it?
that right now.
Is
I
it?
thought,
I didn't know that.
I thought it was talking
Yeah,
about your
it's
face.
like the meat
Barbacoa.
scraped from the cheeks and the faces.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So if you've had barbacoa, you've eaten a cow face.
But there's some processing behind that. It's not raw cow face.
No,
Like
it's
you
not
walk
raw.
out.
They
You
scrape
didn't walk
it.
out
What
to a
kind of-
Or
farm.
they cook it and scrape it.
Go
Yeah, but what
nuts.
kind of processing are we talking about, right? I mean, it's just
cooking?
What? Okay. What if the
What's
person
this
is
magical
sunburned?
process?
What if they have a really nasty sunburn on their
Tastes like
face?
beef jerky.
Little
What
smoky
about-
flavor.
That's
What about
specialty.
that? What about that tanned lady from New Jersey?
Oh God.
Is it
What
okay
tan
to
lady
eat
from
her?
New
Have you never
Jersey?
seen her?
No.
She's like orange.
I'd be nervous that you get like you bite into her and I don't know get some what's the injections they put in like
like
collagen
Botox?
Botox you'd like get a mix of that but that'd be like sour cream
Probably,
of the face
Yeah. I'd imagine it being a little sour tasting.
yeah.
well, if it were like Phil, if it was like injected with sour cream, that'd be kind of nice.
This
It'd be like a
podcast is
Tex-Mex.
taking an evil turn.
Yeah, I don't like where this is
right
going.
out the bat.
It's
Yeah.
Just
topical.
instead of eating faces, I mean, how do we improve from that?
What's in that tea?
You
Well,
cannot.
would you rather have somebody eat your face or your
Okay. Oh,
genitals?
you just.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
I just heard a really funny story relating to that. Apparently, there's a guy, I think in Japan,
That was a seamless
Who-
segue.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just remember the story. I heard it
I
yesterday.
heard this story too.
Who he decided that he's not attracted to anybody, not men, not women. He's asexual. So he decided to chop off his dick and balls and cook it and serve it to people who were willing to pay $500 a plate.
It was only like
Right.
6 people, I believe.
Yeah.
My deal is, why did he go such a low ball number?
But yeah, I heard that story
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's fucking disgusting.
Oh my god!
There's pictures?
What is this?
Oh my god!
I'm showing her the
That's
tan
a
lady.
human?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, yeah, tan lady. Yeah.
That's like one of those bronze sculptures you see in
no
a
one's-
museum.
no one's going to eat her face.
No,
No, but I'm
No.
saying, like, she's cooked. That's
Yeah.
barbacoa. That's
She's-
human barbacoa.
She probably tastes delicious.
God,
just saying.
that's the point of no return, right? When you have that much like cooking that you just can't go white again.
Yeah, her skin must be permanently
She's a new race.
fucked.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, she's permanently fucked, right?
I
mean,
assume so. I think that she came to light, like, she became newsworthy because she started taking her young daughter to get tanning.
Like a
I think-
5-year-old
Yeah,
or
her daughter's like
something.
5.
Joel's got a question.
Joel's
I
got-
want to go
Oh,
back
yeah.
to this dude because we just
Yeah.
sort of glossed over this.
We did.
No,
This guy, not attracted to anyone.
Yes.
So chopped it off. That doesn't even make
But he still
that's
needed
that's
to
like,
pee.
I'm left-handed, so I'm just going to chop it, right? That doesn't make...
He.
I mean, there's a lot about this. Is not
You don't
making-
grab stuff with your dick. I mean, if you're if you're
Well,
not having
you
sex,
don't know,
you-
Gus.
you have a prehensile dick.
I
But
could
if-
honestly say I have no idea what was going through his head. He decided to chop off his dick and balls and cook it.
Well, he's clearly insane.
Yeah,
you need it to
clearly.
still like urinate. Like it still has a function, even if you don't
Well, you-
have
you-
sex with people.
I mean,
Well, you don't
you
need,
still
you don't
can.
need it.
He still
you can
has
still
his
piss
urethra.
without
yeah,
it.
but he's not a surgeon. He doesn't know that.
Oh, he got it surgically removed. Wow, that was a hard word to say. But
So is that like a real thing? You can just go into the hospital and say, I'm not really feeling my penis. I just want to like get
I'm
rid of
not
it.
feeling my penis. I've heard also that,
Joe.
it's weird to me that you can find a doctor that'll do that, but if it's going to be anywhere, it's
Yeah,
going to
that's
be in
what I was
Japan.
Or it's like a back
Yeah.
alley rather
But
than a real hospital.
There's another thing, I think, in Japanese culture where they think that, like, when the incisors here on the side of your mouth, when they're turned a little bit, like angled, that it's cute. So you can go
I've
to
seen that, yeah.
you can go to the dentist and have them surgically move your incisors so that they're turned.
that's so weird.
So like it's fucked up that in Japan you go to the dentist
Well,
to get your teeth screwed up.
Yeah. Isn't it because it makes
Well,
them
it-
makes them like vampires or something like that?
I don't know.
I think a little bit, yeah.
It's got to go further back than that.
Yeah,
I mean, it has to.
I don't think it's like a new Twilight thing.
No, yeah.
It's quite
I mean,
possible.
they used to wrap their feet, right, to make them as small as possible,
Yeah.
right? That was the other thing. What in the fuck is
wrap
going
their
on over
feet.
there?
That's
I think
Chinese
that was the
culture.
Chinese. Yeah,
Are you sure? That's
yeah.
Japanese.
I'm pretty sure
Chinese.
it's Chinese.
I don't know.
I know this.
Yeah, really?
No, I don't know.
I think it's. I'm going to go out.
You've
I'm
got a
gonna
laptop
say-
right in front of
I'm
you.
gonna say- That's cheating.
You have the internet
That's
Dang it.
cheating.
at
Dang
your
it.
fingertips.
I'll go on to Bing right now.
Yeah, supporting yourself with facts, that's cheating.
Now, if there's a social result for that on Bing,
Oh, that'll be
you've got a problem with your social circle.
Well,
Search
Joel's
for-
friends with like 8 billion people on Facebook,
This
so
is true.
So,
There's
so,
no-
so maybe someone,
one of them.
someone has
We
lost
all-
foot
somewhere.
binding.
We all have something in common, and that's that we hate Jack. No.
Jack sucks, Joel number 1.
Someone sent an email to the podcast email address the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and they were like, "Y'all are totally stupid. Gavin's right all the time. Y'all are morons.
what?
Tell Jack to stop being a cunt." I was like, "Okay, that cool email, dude."
You should have just told us that last part.
Clearly, Gavin is always right.
Yeah, it's like you've definitely discounted yourself.
In
and I'm not
fairness,
gonna
there is
cheer
stuff
you
that
up.
he's right about, like the Queen having no last name.
Yeah, you
And
guys
then
give
you
him
were
a little
really
too much shit.
unfair. To be fair.
I was unfair.
Everyone
Ooh,
was.
woohoo, it was the first time Gus has ever been unfair.
Joel is reading
No,
about.
I'd sit next to you, I know.
Ben has been driving me crazy. We went to eat at a Vietnamese restaurant yesterday, and they were playing. I don't know, like it's like
They were playing Journey.
Shut the fuck up! I'm telling this story. So we were over there. It's like that. That's that Thai place by Jersey Mike's, in that
Oh, yeah,
shopping center.
yeah.
And we go in there and we sit down, and they're playing like American music. They're playing Journey on the radio.
Yeah.
And so we open up the menu, and Ben looks through the menu, and the waiter comes to take our drink orders, and Ben orders a water. And then he says, "Do they have Coke in Vietnam? Can we get a Coke here?"
Oh my god.
And I was like, "We're in the United States, Ben." He goes, "Why are they playing this music? This isn't very authentic." I was like, "We're in a fucking strip mall
Yeah.
in the suburbs."
This isn't Epcot Center where they're
This
trying to
is-
replicate.
Here's the thing.
I'm muting you. They are not seeking.
He's been muted. You turned down his volume and you muted
They
him.
are not seeking to recreate the experience of going to Vietnam. We're not in a fucking embassy. We're not in sovereign territory in the country of fucking Vietnam. We are in a goddamn cheap Vietnamese restaurant in
You're
a
wrong
strip
about
mall
this. You're wrong.
next to
You're
a
wrong.
FedEx.
And you really wouldn't like
Next to
to
a
video.
FedEx.
You're
I
back.
wouldn't let go of it. No. They had goldfish in the fish bowl. I was expecting like Vietnamese fish or something. It
Okay,
could-
what's a Vietnamese
Yeah.
fish?
I don't know. Some
Exactly.
kind of
Goldfish
some
could be
weird-
Vietnamese fish?
No, they're fucking not. Here's the thing. If you're going to a Vietnamese restaurant, right, it's a weird country. You don't see many Vietnamese restaurants. You want a Vietnamese experience. Because I don't know what that is, but
If
it's
you-
not Journey.
You clearly want Robin Williams to be talking during your meal over the radio and playing baseball with Forrest Whitaker.
Yes.
That's what I want.
If you go to like an Asian restaurant in the UK,
Yeah.
do they have like Asian music playing? and
Absolutely.
Do they
And there's,
not?
it's
do they
it's-
not serve Coke
It's
or anything?
decorated.
Do they
you know,
speak
that kind
English?
of stuff. They have all the.
Do they speak English there?
Well, but yes.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
whoa.
But you know,
Whoa,
because
that's
we
not-
want
he
people to
was
actually get out ordering.
He was all like, "How come all the women in this restaurant's feet aren't binded,
I believe it's bound.
Bound.
bounded?"
bound. I was very insulted.
It's Chinese.
Yep.
What's up,
Did,
yo?
did a Bing friend tell you about that?
I
Point one
doubt.
for Barbara.
I doubt there's a social.
So which
result
friend
for
was
that.
it that told you that on Bing?
Me. It was Barbara.
It was Barbara.
She's logged in.
Foot expert.
I
So
did
tell
it.
us more about your obsession with feet, Barbara.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and he brought up the subject of weird fetishes involving socks, dirty socks.
Go on.
Where,
Sock puppets, sock puppet theater.
where people, it was actually a friend of mine from Mega 64. They
You can say his name.
They can get away with anything.
Oh, yeah.
It's Dave.
I mean, if you're a Mega 64, you can just whatever. You can be weird, and people will flow with
Dude,
that.
those guys are rock stars.
Well,
man.
let her finish her
Anyway.
story.
But there's people out there. There's fucking weird fetishes all over the place. But this one, it's people who like dirty socks, but not just dirty socks. It's like socks that you wear for a month straight without taking them off.
Wow.
And then like they want to like hear about the smell of them and like
Wait, wait. They want to hear about
They
the
wanna
smell,
hear
or
about
they
it.
want to experience the
both.
smell? Okay.
Like there's YouTube videos
Well,
if you search this of people
don't-
like
I mean, the
wearing.
thing is, if you wear a sock for a month and you hold up to your ear, you can hear the ocean, which is impressive,
Probably.
right?
So wait, you're saying there's YouTube videos of people like describing the smell
Yes.
of month-old
and there's
dirty
comments
socks?
on them being like, "Oh,
Where can I
man,
find these videos?
Just-
And where can I find
Turn
people
on.
who are interested in this kind of thing?
This is not.
Bing.com.
like you?"
Search is on social.
That's kind of weird, but it's like it's kind of common. I mean,
Yeah.
it's sort of like in terms of like weird stuff, that's not that weird.
It's
I mean,
it's,
we just
honestly,
talked about-
it's not the weirdest of the fetishes that I've heard about.
I mean, we just talked
What's the,
about a guy.
what's the weirdest one
chopping-
you heard about?
I don't know, like
Well, the-
balloons
we
and
just-
shit.
the
Like
eating
people who
faces.
like popping balloons and weird
Popping balloons.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
I'm going.
There's
I've
people
heard
who
of
get
that
turned
one.
on by like popping
Like
balloons.
you're in the bedroom. You got a balloon. You're blowing it up. You're blowing it up.
yeah, and they get
And then you
excited,
pop it.
and
And
then
then that's
like
it. And
have
it's
an
all up.
orgasm
It's
or something.
done.
Yeah,
So that's not again like the Japanese guy. That's weird. like
Yeah.
chopping off your stuff and feeding.
Oh no, that's definitely weird, and
That's
that's also
not a
bad.
fetish.
But
That's permanent damage.
That probably was not a sexual fetish. Oh, well, maybe the people who paid to eat it, that was their
They're
fetish.
eating a penis. Of course, it's a sexual fetish.
That's weird. But yeah, back to Mega 64. They
Yes.
came out with a video about Metal Gear Rising,
Oh yeah.
and fucking amazing. Garrett did the costume for that,
Yeah,
and
that,
it looks
that was
incredible.
the job placement one, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or it was,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
riding, going around trying to find a
Yeah,
job.
working
It was
different
really
jobs.
funny.
Yeah, it was good.
Very funny. Those guys. Did you see their E3 video from this year?
The Gamer Girls?
Gamer Girls.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh, dude, those guys have balls.
They do.
I mean, it's like they just roll around E3 dressed up like women.
And they will be at RTX.
They will be at RTX.
They have a
Will they be
panel.
as women? Is
I
the
don't
question.
know if they'll be dressed up as women. We had
One could only hope.
a
One
big press
can.
release about RTX go out announcing that Halo 4 will be playable to the public, to attendees there.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Halo 4 is going to be playable on the show floor at RTX,
Halo
July 7th and 8th,
4.
Austin, Texas, RTXevent.com.
First
Wow.
time
Halo 4,
playable
Halo 4.
for
So
consumers.
here's the question: what bit of Halo 4 can you play? Do we know?
You'll find out
It
when
won't
you
be
get
the
there.
Why not?
it won't be the Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I played. I got to play Spartan Ops when I was out at E3, and that's a lot of fun. It's sort of like a mix between Invasion and Firefight. It's like this new thing they're doing. It's going to be like weekly updates and stuff. That was badass.
Did they get rid of Armor Lock?
I don't think so.
Armor, it's back. It's renamed. Like the armor abilities don't exist. It's
Yeah.
like upgrades, or I forget what they call them
Yeah,
now.
it's like-
but you can get something similar to armor lock, which is like a shield.
Yeah, and they have
can't
like
wait to-
I'm pretty sure like you always have sprint now.
Yes, you
like
always
that's not an armor ability anymore. That's just built in. And like there was one where you could like see through walls. I think it's like Promethean Vision
Oh, right,
or something.
yeah. Yeah,
Is
it's
that
something
right?
like that. Yeah.
And yeah, so there's a whole bunch of new abilities, and I mean the game is fun as hell, dude. And I'm really excited to get a whole bunch of people out and playing it.
There's also another ability which I like. You can get, which is
There's a shield ability now, which is cool.
yeah, that's similar. It's like it was similar to armor lock. Oh, it only faces one direction though.
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
right?
but I think you can move with it.
Yeah, this one you can move, but I think there's another one that's more like armor lock. I can't
I
remember.
can't wait to see it and play.
Yeah, it's kick ass, dude. And hey, can we cut in line? You think so?
I think people will
You'd
like
be
it.
like, do you know who I am?
No. They should. The fans
I'm
should come
in Halo
first,
3.
right? We should
They
let
will.
everyone play. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
of
should come
course.
first, and unless it's Halo 4, then we can get in front of them.
Then we like get out of the way, kid.
For us, it's like, well, this is research.
Exactly.
We're researching.
Yeah, well, clearly
Red
we're.
vs. Blue Season 11.
Let's
We're-
test
we're
the
working on
head
something.
bobbing. Halo
So,
4.
anyway, that's very, very exciting. I'm really jazzed about that, and I'm excited to get 343
Yeah,
out.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool that people be able to play it there.
And that's the first time playable for consumers, correct?
Right.
Yep.
I think the only other time
And-
it was playable was at E3, but that's a press show.
yeah,
Yeah.
press only event. So
So like their Spartan Ops thing is like they're saying it's like a TV show, right? Where there's episodes and seasons and stuff like that.
well, it's like once like every week they're going to release new Spartan Ops. So like right now they're doing in Halo Reach they do like the weekly updates or whatever, where like
Yeah,
we do
it's like a challenge.
the weekly
yeah.
challenges. So this is going to be
Like a fictional thing.
yeah. There's like plot in front of everything. So there's actually a story that each week tells. And so they're going to be updating those every single week. And I got to see one of the early in development ones when I was out at E3.
And we had to mark
about
everyone at RTX as a member of the media. Right? When this happened, I mean,
Yeah.
we had to do some workarounds.
Everyone has to write a review.
It's super. We've been wanting to announce it for a while, so I'm glad that information's finally out there.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I gotta read this here real fast. I want to say thanks to Bing.com for their support of this podcast.
Thank you.
I heard Bing has gone social, so I've been using it to see what the new features can mean for our audience. So I entered the terms DayZ and DayZ mod, and I got a lot of really cool stuff back. So in addition to like news and links, like typical search results, you also get social search results. So Bing goes through Facebook friends who liked it, shared it, or searched things relating to DayZ, and they can help you point to stuff that you wouldn't find otherwise. So beyond friends, Bing also surfaces people on Twitter. And best of all, you can easily post and comment to my friends on Facebook. So most of us have knowledge about DayZ, so why don't you go there, check it out for yourself. And thanks again to Bing for supporting Rooster Teeth.
I did that. I did that last night.
Oh, you played DayZ?
No, I looked at videos actually through.
Of Daisy?
Yeah, and wow, that's crazy.
Is there any
It
way
looks
I can
awesome.
please set you up on DayZ? 'Cause I just imagine you
We-
running around with zombies.
Oh my god!
Might be the best thing ever.
We could. I mean, if we got a group of us together,
there is
We've got a
groups.
server.
We have
I mean,
3 servers
it
now.
would be hysterical.
It's terrifying.
It would be hysterical.
Okay, I will say-
mean, if we were able to make videos of it, it would be...
People have asked...
like a let's play?
Yeah, people have asked
Something like
if
that.
Achievement Hunter's going to do a Let's Play, and we're definitely looking into it right now. Right now, we're sort of setting up our PCs, because we don't really have a PC environment to work with right now. But we're doing that just so we can start doing more PC-related stuff. And DayZ is definitely one of the things we're looking at.
God, there's some great videos
The
out
idea
there.
of Joel running around with like a handgun in
Man,
DayZ.
they implemented some changes. There was a recent patch where now when you spawn, you no longer start with a gun.
Ugh.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you just
So do you have any weapon at all?
no.
Just your
Wow.
fist.
You
have-
beans, right?
You have I think a can of beans and a flashlight.
So
I
they
think
say
that's all
that
you start with.
The average life in that game is 4 hours. So now that they're going to take the weapon away, it's going to be a lot
Oh,
less
actually,
than that.
if you look at the main DayZ website, it says that the average life is actually currently 31 minutes.
Very well. So it's
Are you
gone
serious?
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I would never be able to play that
You
game.
cannot play at night. Like at night, it
I
is
am
no joke. It is fucking
Terrified.
dark.
Like, I'm scared of zombies as it is, but to actually like play in a real life setting.
Yeah, like
I
the other day, I did kind of a dick move. I was exploring and I found these 2 bicycles, and I was like, "Oh, sweet! I'd never found a vehicle before." So I was like, "I'm going to ride this bike." So it was like I was off the road, kind of on a lighthouse. So I took it down to the road and I got on, and I was like, "I'm just going to ride down the road." So like I started riding, and it was just tracking tons of zombies.
Oh, the
Just
bike
imagining
noise.
Gus
Yeah.
just like riding
So-
down a bike.
Did he
So-
put a playing card in your front wheel?
It's like a parade.
Yeah, so all these zombies started coming out. It was like a huge parade of zombies behind me, and I would see survivors up by the road. So I kind of ride by them, and they keep going, and then I turn around and I'd see like all the zombies just jump on them, and they'd be like, "Ah." So one of the people I did that to sent me a tweet that was like, "What the fuck, you asshole!" He led like 30 zombies to me.
Wait, so okay, you actually people know it's you playing.
I put my name is Gus, but
Uh-huh.
there's another fake Gus.
Yeah.
So
I think like Adam was telling me, or was it Adam
God,
who
that's
said like he
so
logged in as
awesome.
Adam and like there were 3 or no, it was David, and David our prop guy. He said there were like 3 other Davids
Well,
already.
there is a common name.
yeah.
Yeah, but still.
There are other people called
Yeah,
that name.
It's amazing how many narrative ideas you can come up with just from some of these stories.
Oh, absolutely.
It's unbelievable.
Like the trolling abilities in that game are going to be spectacular. So
I'm so excited to see
I think
videos
it's.
from that.
I think it's. I can't believe it's taken this long for this to happen.
Yeah.
and I think it's great. And I think it's great. There's one life, and I think we're so close because I think it's just a couple of other things that I don't think are going to happen on this mod. But it's like I'm shocked that no one has put development dollars after this.
But hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's been around a while, hasn't it? And it's only just like been spotted by people. It's like the #1 seller on Steam now, right?
After it's mentioned in last week's podcast.
But it's like if
Revenue share.
It's like you can't get into all the buildings because
Yeah.
the map wasn't engineered for it. But it's like if somebody made a map where you can get in all the buildings, that would be great. I think another great thing is if you could actually build actual sort of bases where if you had the ability to move things and block things and have more open and closing doors
Yeah.
and
like board windows and board doors.
yeah, I mean if you could board all that stuff and sort of actually have places where you can
You should listen to Adam talk about that game. He plays with like 6 or 7 friends of his, and they are fucking serious. I think they have a base somewhere. Like you can't build anything.
You can
but
set up tents, right?
Yeah, I think they have like a little tent city hidden somewhere.
Nice.
And he said that when they explore cities, that like 2 of them walk through the city. 2 people provide overwatch with sniper rifles, and there's another person off in the distance who's a spotter keeping an eye out.
That's awesome.
For stuff.
Are
So-
they are they good or are they evil? Do
That's
they
serious shit.
kill survivors or do they?
I think they go both ways.
Oh, they go both
Ah.
ways.
Winky
In the
face.
future, when civilization's gone, you have to, right?
Yeah.
I think it'd be one of those
Well,
things.
it's a fine line, right?
I mean, sometimes you have to. It's like
Right.
kill or be killed. Like I had this really weird moment where I was showing Adam the game last week for the first time, and I was like just kind of walking around, and I was on the 2nd level of a building, and I went over to the ladder to walk down, and I looked down, and there was a guy who was looking at the ladder, looking to come up, and we just stared at each other
Right.
for a second with guns pointed at each other. And then he fired a shot, so then I fired, and we just started shooting at each other, and we both died. Like, we both killed each other.
So it's like a
at the
literal
ladder.
Mexican standoff.
Yeah, well, you need a 3rd person for that.
The weird thing
Oh, I see.
with the change where you don't have a handgun now is it seems like it's going to turn into like basically almost 2 games where all the people who spawn immediately and don't have a gun, it's just sort of like fuck it, I can just run around in circles and do whatever. My life
Yeah.
means nothing. I can just take out whatever. Doesn't matter. Once you get the gun, then it all changes probably, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like now I can't die.
have
I've got a
the
gun.
If you starve, could you cut off your dick and eat it?
Only if you play the Japanese character.
If you have a hatchet.
The regional version of it. But you were saying, Joel, like, I think this is pretty much how Left 4 Dead started, right? Is that it was a mod of something. It was a mod of, like, Half-Life. And it became this whole new game. So do you think, like, there'll be a a retail proper game like from DayZ.
I hope so.
Didn't Bernie say that the Arma guy, like, so this game is based on Arma 2, which is a
game that
that's
no
been-
one knows about.
Yeah, well, I mean, apparently the guy who makes Arma basically told this guy, don't do anything but make this game. Like, make this mod, and I might be incorporated into the next version
Have any of
Arma.
you guys heard of Arma?
What
2,
is
or-
Arma? Like, what kind of game is it?
Like, it's not a brand that anyone knows.
I think
See,
what Bernie said last week is that it's the sequel to Operation Flashpoint.
I don't even know
Well,
what that is.
that makes total sense, right? If there was one sentence I was waiting for you to say, it was going to be Operation Flashpoint,
Bam.
Desert Eagle.
Everything's coming together.
But it's almost like if I were to try and market a new game, it's almost like I'm going to build an engine for one thing, and then I'm just not really going to worry about that, and then we're going to build a mod around that game and market
Yeah.
the mod.
Well, that's essentially
'Cause
what's
that's
happened.
cool.
That's essentially what's happened to the Source engine, right? I mean, Counter-Strike started as a mod. Like you said, Left 4 Dead started as a mod.
Somebody's got to jump on this, right?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I just can't get over the
And-
name.
But the problem is,
No one's heard of Arma before, right?
No.
But I think this would be difficult to like market to like a mainstream audience. Like Left 4 Dead is like an easy game like for consumers, but I don't really know if like this would work with like the proper big mainstream
I think
audience.
it would.
Well,
That being
here's the
said,
other- here's the
it
other
was
thing.
the number one selling game on Steam.
It was.
I mean, the other thing is it from a developer standpoint, is this a hard game to engineer? I mean, it
I mean,
seems
not
like
really.
no.
There's not really much complex mechanics in there, really,
No.
is there?
I mean, I would.
Well,
I
they
would
had
think not.
well for this mod, they had to add a lot of objects that didn't exist in Arma 2, like various things that you'll find in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that the zombies have custom animation that's different from anything in Arma.
Sure.
But still, if you're developing from
Yeah, it's,
you know,
it's
points
easier
that-
to develop
right.
a mod than a game from scratch, of course, because the engine's already done.
But could you like do this in like the Source engine, for example?
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
I mean, awesome. Do you know what it takes to like sort of build a car or a helicopter? How many steps is
I've
that?
seen it's fucking crazy.
You could do
You have to
collect a lot
build
of
your own
parts.
car.
That's
like,
so
You
cool.
have to fix a car.
I saw like a guy, and it's like he walks into a shed, and he's like, "Oh, I found a windshield." It's like, and then it's like you have to ask yourself the question: All right, do you take the windshield?
Could you hold
with
the windshield in front of you and run into zombies? Is that
No.
possible?
It's like you found a transmission later. It's like, oh, transmission. It's
Yeah,
like
I feel like I see the windshield all the time. That's like I see it every time I play. I feel like, but then there's some other things that are rare. Like I found an engine the other day. I was like, I gotta start fixing the car.
okay. So
You need an engine more than a windshield as well.
Yeah,
is there a place in the game where you can store items?
not permanently. You can
Just
like
a
hide
bag,
them in a
right?
shed or something.
Well, that's going to be tough, right? I mean, how many components? I mean, you're going to find a pretty big backpack.
Well, the thing that blew me away was Adam was telling me about was if you like first of all there is no map, there's no mini map in the game.
I think you can find a map.
You can find
yeah.
a map, but it's like a normal map, whereas there is no you are here, like unless you find a
think-
GPS.
Yeah.
Then you
Right.
can also find a GPS
Right.
and link it to the map.
Right.
So,
Which is awesome.
But I mean, like, just the idea of like, okay, you died, now you're spawned, you have no idea where the hell you are, and
Yeah.
unless you've been playing the game and you know the map back to front, and it's something like 144 square miles or something, or
Somewhere
Wow.
around there.
Wow.
It's like 225 square kilometers, which is about 140 square miles.
Yeah.
So it's about a 12 by 12 mile map.
Wow.
If it was a square.
Adam was trying to explain to me how big that is. Is that like bigger or smaller than Austin?
Okay, so we're here. It's about the size. Like if you were to go from here to where Jeff's house is,
Right.
and then make a square out of that, it's about that big.
That's a pretty good
Okay.
chunk.
Wow.
Is that big?
Yeah.
How many? So
not
I
bad.
mean,
It's big.
Initially, it looks like there's only 50 people per server. Is it still?
I think you can modify the number, but I think the most I've seen is 50.
How many have you seen on the Rooster Teeth servers?
50.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So we actually
we have a server?
We have 3 servers now.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to jump. I want to get on this. I mean, are the people on our server? They're all dicks, aren't they? They're all
Probably.
killing each other.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like I'm nervous to jump
They,
on.
they just throw shoes at each other.
if we got 50 people from the Rooster Teeth site and said, okay, we're gonna build civilization back.
Oh, that'd
no
be terrible.
bandits. Do you think it would work? Do you think 50 people
No.
would
God,
work?
no.
No.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. You cannot put a gun in the hand of a video gamer. It just doesn't. It doesn't work.
Yeah, see, I would go on there, but like if I went under my name, there's no way I would survive. Like if I popped up, like, hey, look, it's Jack. I'm like, no,
Everyone would wanna kill
it'd be
you.
me versus the zombies versus 49 other people. So
You don't think that they would try to like help you out and
if maybe I should
I know-
play?
I know
I'll
for
play as
mine.
Bernie. I'll say my name. Hi, I'm Bernie.
don't fuck with me?
Yeah.
It's painful how close to real life it is. Like you find out very quickly if you're expendable or not at the end of the world.
That's sad.
Bad times.
I just can't get over the name of that game, Daisy.
Yeah, I was very confused when you said, "Oh, we have a Daisy server." I was like, "What the hell is Daisy?" Like,
I
do
just
you
picture
pick
like
flowers
daisies
or something like that?
and happiness, and it's like a game about zombies.
Well, we'll call it DayZ.
Thank you.
said.
Thank you.
For
Me
you,
and Ben
the
will
Canadians
be
and the
Thank you very
British.
pleased.
Isn't it a bit
Foreigners.
suspicious how, as soon as Gavin leaves, I come? Like, we've never been in the same place at the same time.
Y'all hate each other that much, huh?
Yeah.
So what you're
It's one of
saying-
those like sexual tension things. I think
Have
he
we
just
heard-
hasn't admitted it yet.
Have we heard anything about those guys down in Australia?
Supposedly they wrapped up the first event and it went really well. Supposed
Sold out
to be
panels
super
and stuff?
busy. And they have another one this weekend, I think, in Perth. Don't touch that. That's
They
recording. What are you
apparently
doing?
had
Sorry.
You got a laptop
I
right
had
in
to
front
do
of
it.
you.
They apparently had the biggest booth
What was
or
that?
biggest line at the
Yeah.
convention.
Nice.
What
Australia loves
are you doing with my
They do.
laptop?
Because I
Shout out
saw
to Australia.
your USB thing being crimped upwards, and after
Crimped
my
upwards?
disaster, I can't bear to see a USB plug in wrong. Because
Okay.
He's got it.
So I got a message from someone on the site that says they do like USB recovery and repair and stuff. Do you still have your USB, or did you light it on fire? And
I wear it as a necklace. No, I have it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, would you trust it to send out? Maybe have someone take a look at it. Someone who does this professionally.
Well, the thing is that I just went down to the corner and they said they could do it actually, so I may just send it to those guys.
Over
'cause
at the Discount Electronics.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
$50.
Well,
The thing is, we've committed so much time to the new map now, then we'll have to make some hard choices. If that,
yeah. The new map is a lot of fun. Like, so we
Listen,
We
So
have
I guess for people who don't know, Joel had a Minecraft save on a USB device for his Xbox. USB device failed, so you lost your map.
like
hours and hours and hours
Joel,
and
you probably
hours.
lost.
That thing was apparently incredible.
You lost between
I've
50
heard.
and 75 hours worth of gameplay. Probably.
Yeah, I was ranked 357th in the world at Minecraft when it broke.
Yeah.
Now I've fallen off, but which is sad for me. But there's got to be some rules of etiquette for people who are coming into other people's Minecraft worlds.
Only invite people you
Are you
trust.
talking about
Man.
Gavin right now?
Yeah, please do not drop buckets of lava at the top point of every mountain. Like, don't do that.
Volcano.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Although a volcano would be kind of cool to have on a map.
That would be really cool.
You know.
No.
Maybe
Yeah, but
do
like-
maybe do
You could
Like a beacon
flatten
of
out the
light.
top, take the peak off, then make it into like a bowl, and just fill it with lava.
yeah, they would like put obsidian down the side so it's like black.
Yeah.
that'd be pretty
It's
sweet.
like-
Jack,
You were-
I'm glad you feel that way about it because the guy who dropped the bucket at the top of the mountain, it actually flowed all the way down the mountain and through the lake and got really close to your subway tunnel. So I'm glad you have an optimistic feeling about this.
My subway tunnel's underwater now, so I'm not too concerned about lava.
You're safe.
They got close.
Man, so I'm speaking of subway tunnel. I'm literally building a pipe, a glass pipe that goes through a lake, which is going to have our subway tunnel
cool.
on it now. It's pretty sweet, but the amount of work that goes into it, it's a nightmare. It's just close enough to the surface of the water that you can get, like, basically I'm like Jacques Cousteau, like I'm working in the water to build the pipe out, and then I go in the pipe and sort of like pull, like, bucket the water out. It's a nightmare, but it's going to look awesome when it's done.
I've been working on my huge underground mine, and the other day I was digging. Then all of a sudden, like, water just started pouring in. Like I cleared one block off, then just like the whole thing started flooding. So I'm like running like an idiot trying to plug it up. God, that's so fucking annoying.
It's the worst.
We were talking with Ben
Yeah.
about this the other day, and Ben was sort of like, well, there's no
no
winnable overall goal in the game, which I understand. Some people are turned off by that.
I fully admit that I do a lot of stuff that seemingly is for no reason, but I can't understand like what the reason of playing Minecraft is.
Well,
like, what do you get out of it?
I totally understand it, and I totally get it. And like, I can play Minecraft forever and not have an endable goal. But it's like
Yeah.
when I apply that to DayZ, I think
DayZ.
it might DayZ. I think it might be
Yeah, but
cool if you did have a winnable goal. Like, in other words, somewhere on the map, maybe there was a cure, and you had to have people
that'd be
work
interesting.
together to like find the cure. And then maybe like once you find the cure, the goal is to like get a certain percentage of zombies
interesting.
cured or something like that.
That would
It's
be kinda
like
cool.
that would be kind of cool, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like if you actually had an overall goal to it, or maybe
Yeah,
you
but
didn't.
that-
didn't-
Maybe what you could do is you could coordinate efforts to build like a scientific research center, and then I'm not like,
that's good.
like
Yeah.
go
You
and
have to
raid
get different
pharmacies,
components.
and
You gotta
get
train
like
the scientists.
different medicines, and then you have to work at like combining them. You have to find like the right mixture of medicines to like balance
and
the
then
different.
like, I
do
imagine-
something to apply it. Like you have to build a helicopter and drop the stuff.
Yeah, you can choose whether or not
Oh
it's
my God.
injection or like air based, like a gas.
See, I think we're onto something here.
Basically, what we've written is I, imagine the video game.
This would be fun as hell. And the thing is, that even if you didn't choose not to play the game that way, you'd still have the sandbox
Yeah.
function of it, of just
Right.
going forever.
Yeah.
or
All right, so
Whereas, like-
we need the developer of DayZ to contact us. Let's say info
May-
at achievement
Gus
hunter.com.
Maybe there's-
maybe there's players in the game whose objective it is to keep you from finding the cure. I don't know.
yeah, maybe
Maybe.
Zombies.
because
I'm
they're
sure
happy.
people would play
Yeah,
it like
that-
that for sure.
They're happy with the current order of the world.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think we're onto
That's
something.
fine.
I
yeah.
mean,
Nobody's patent pending. Trademark. Nobody steal our idea.
Let's quick write it down and
Spiral
mail
the
it to
domains. Spiral the
ourselves.
domains.
But
Because
yeah,
I mean, even the thing is, even if that game ended, it seems like it would be unique enough where it's like, okay, let's start over and
Yeah,
try
to
again,
start,
see what
start a new
happens.
server. You could, I mean, like you said, if there's enough permutations with the medicine or with the cure, you could just go through different avenues and see what works, what doesn't. Maybe some of them aren't fully
Yeah.
effective.
Maybe accidentally give everyone cancer.
And it just seems like the natural ecosystem of the game. It's going to be hard to achieve that anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, I mean,
It's like you're having to fight against people.
right, because people are going to fight you anyway.
Yeah.
No, I
Because-
watched Adam play, and it's like he was running. He's like, oh, there's a zombie there. He's like, I can't shoot it. I'm like, why can't you shoot it? He's like, if I shoot it, more zombies will show up. I was like, oh, come
Yeah.
on. And so he's like running out into a field. He finally got what he thought was clear, shot the zombie, and he's like, okay, I think, oh, God. And then like 4 more zombies start running at him. He's
Yeah.
like,
well,
oh,
yeah, you
man.
make noise and you're fucked.
Yeah, I was playing on the Rooster Teeth server over the weekend, and in chat, Mental Fusion was like, I'm so fucked, oh my god. And then like I was walking around, it was nighttime, so I couldn't really see it, and I was like, oh wait, is there someone standing on that building over there? Like, how did that person get over there? So like, I kind of have to be a dick. I threw a flare at them, and it was Mental Fusion. I was like, oh my god. And then like at the bottom, at the base of where he was standing, was probably like 40 zombies.
Nice.
And I was like, holy shit. He's like, who threw the flare? And he's like,
Now he knows.
He's like, oh my god. He's like, I have every zombie in the fucking game out here.
That's so awesome. So I mean, flares do distract zombies.
No, it attracts them.
Attracts
them, right?
Especially at night.
But that's what I'm saying. If you were running, if a bunch of zombies were chasing you and you lit a flare and threw it, would they?
No, they would still go for you because they could see you. Like if they don't see anything, they probably amble over to the flare.
It seems like they they've changed the radius of awareness of the zombies.
It's like the
increased it.
T-Rex scene in Jurassic Park, you know, where you throw the flare and you have to stay still.
Yeah.
And they chase after the flare.
Did he buy
Then
it?
the water
And then Jeff
shakes.
Goldblum runs out. And it's like, God damn it, Jeff Goldblum.
You know how you said like in the game when it's nighttime in real life, it's nighttime there.
Yeah.
What if like you're playing with someone like in England? Like what happens there?
It's server time.
Where are the servers
okay.
based? Yeah.
Oh, that's not. Oh, okay.
I'm not
why
sure
it's so
about
bad.
that aspect of it either. Where it's like I'm not sure I could deal with like an 10-hour night.
Because like people have to work in
Yeah,
the real
is it
world.
actually like 10
Yeah, it's like
hours
real
of darkness?
time.
That's
Holy
brutal.
shit.
And we've shifted our time on the server, right? So
Yeah.
like when you play,
Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to play in the evening after. We'd all be
Yeah.
playing right now at work.
See, I
Exactly.
also night would make more sense to me again if you were like able to build a place and start a generator and start electricity or something, so you could have a place that would be lit up, but then it attracts them. But maybe
Joel,
you know,
you're
it's
just
a
giving away
balance.
the features of our new game.
I know,
Like we were just
I
going
know,
to steal all this. We need to like save them for
but they
ourselves.
put like fences and stuff to keep them back.
Right.
That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, if
So
it had
you
a
wanna-
buildable quality where you could build stuff and construct
So
stuff and block
you
stuff.
want to add Minecraft to DayZ.
If we could combine Minecraft and DayZ into one thing that had a winnable goal,
You know, I didn't get
Okay.
Minecraft at first either, and I understand where you're coming from, Ben, of like not understanding
right.
what the point
it's
is.
Legos.
The thing
I mean,
about
yeah, it's basically
Minecraft
Lego, yeah.
that's awesome is that it's so relaxing.
Yeah, it is
It is.
relaxing.
I could just like zone completely out and just like dig.
You should see the fucking mine I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking huge
I get
and
really
crazy.
claustrophobic though when I dig really, really deep, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't know how to get up, so
My-
I just start digging up, and then I hit
My
water.
mind is so huge you would never be claustrophobic. It's like you're outside. It's fucking massive.
It's like an IMAX.
Get
It
some
fills your
grass in
peripheral
there.
and
vision.
like it's so big that I'm about to actually go up a level and then start coming back, and I'm gonna just zigzag up.
the more
the
Gus
entire map.
describes this map, the more I think you're a serial killer.
I've mined more cobblestone than anyone else on my friends list. Like I looked through the leaderboards, and you had the second most. You had like 9,000 blocks.
you have
mined.
3,000 more blocks
I
than
have
me.
12 over
You have
12,000
12,000
cobblestones
cobblestone?
mined.
I don't know. You can check by that.
Jeez.
I should be up there.
It's in the
I should be
leaderboard.
up pretty high too.
We could build a
You were
real
like at
castle.
7, I think.
Yeah.
I have like 3,
I have 0.
but not 1,000, just 3.
Oh, just 3. Well, you know, that's okay. We don't judge you for
I built up,
Not building.
not down.
See,
Yeah, like I feel like a weird person. Like people play the game differently. For me, I'm a mole person. Like
I'm the same
I
way.
never go on the surface. Like I go on the surface every now and then to collect wood, but then that's it. Like I run back inside.
I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I never make mines. I always build houses and like structures and stuff
Like
above
that's the thing.
ground.
Like I can't build anything cool. My whole goal is just to dig.
yeah.
And to explore underground. I don't build shit.
Dude, I'm the same way. I look at Joel's stuff. Like he's made these crazy looking castles and things like that. I'm more of a functionality guy. Like I told Joel, I'm like, just tell me where to start the subway, and that's all I've done now. Like in this new server, I haven't built out a room for myself or anything. It's literally I'm like,
His face just lit up.
yeah, it's like
What are you
literally I'm
thinking?
like, okay, tell me where to build subways.
I
and
just
I'll
saw
build that. That'll be
9-year-old
my
Gus.
thing. Okay, Gus, what would you like to say?
No. I just had an idea for my map. That's all.
You got so happy.
I
for that
have
split
an
second.
idea. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm going to build this. Like my mind is way down at the bedrock.
Yeah.
So I'm going to build a corkscrew subway system that goes up and connects into my main
See,
subway.
I did that
Jack
on Joel's server.
Did that?
Cool.
Yeah. No, it was terrible.
No, it was awesome.
It was.
Why was it
I
terrible?
assume it's disorienting when you're doing it because you're constantly turning.
Yeah, and it was my server, so it's like it's the least disorienting to me. It's got to be completely disorienting to other people, and it doesn't. It looks ugly and it doesn't make sense. It's just sort of like
No, what I was playing. Okay, so I made this corkscrew that went up. It was like my subway tunnels are 3 wide, so it goes like 3, and then it turns, and like it goes like 10, 10, 10, 10, and it keeps working its way up. I was gonna go back through until we lost the server and just like hollow out that center area and put glass on the wall at the inner wall, so it'd be like this glass tunnel, and you could see it as you go up.
See,
That'd be kinda
Minecraft
cool.
brings out your inner insane person and tells you what kind of insane person you are. Like, we can see what kind of insane person Gus is,
That's
what
why
kind of
it's a
insane
mole.
person Jack is. I go into Pinterest and look up architecture
Do you
and then
actually?
try and yes, and I
For
try and
Minecraft?
match. It's
Joel has built Pinterest within Minecraft.
really impressive. It's
Joel, so
really-
what do you pin, Joel?
I don't really pin much. I just observe.
Oh,
look at
you
it?
look at other pins.
I look at other pins.
Do you
Yeah.
unpin? I don't know what you pin.
I
What do you do
don't
on
pin
Pinterest?
right,
What do you do on
unpin.
Pinterest?
I just go to Pinterest and I go to architecture. I just look at pictures.
You just look at pictures of it. Okay,
And then
that's
do you
it.
try to recreate it in Minecraft?
Yes.
Wow.
it makes sense.
Is Pinterest the most like? How do I say this? Is Pinterest the most feminine of all the new?
Oh yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
It's like it's got like
Absolutely.
70% women, right?
It's
Yeah.
like shopping, but without shopping. Like, you can
Yeah.
go through things and look at clothes.
Okay,
and
so
Wow, that
it's
sounds
like
totally
Should I,
it's like
pointless.
nothing.
Yeah.
should I feel ashamed that I just disclosed to the world?
No,
that I've
I
been on-
mean, I know
That's
guys
like-
who
that's-
do
Is, is saying you've been on Pinterest being like, you know,
No, there's
I'm
still
wearing
30% of
this-
men on there, so it's not zero.
Yeah,
but
you're in there.
you're in the bracket.
I'm on Pinterest. I think you followed me there, right? I saw the other day.
I don't
got an
know.
notification.
I did. I
Yeah.
followed you. Yeah, I did.
Does anyone tumble?
No.
No.
I do.
I think I broke Clout. I
broke it?
I signed up for Clout, and because it'll tell you what you're worth or whatever, or what your Clout would be.
What you're worth.
Well,
Is.
that's what
Clout
Clout does,
society
basically.
at the end of the world.
My
If your
God.
clout score isn't high enough, you're dead.
And so, like, I tried logging in, but I logged in using my Twitter or my Facebook, and in one of them, it gave me like the good one. And then I logged in on then I logged out at one point, and then I logged back in and used the other one, and I made a new account where I had nothing. I was like, then I can't get back to the other one now. I can't even.
That's because
follow
clout
what
is
you're saying.
bullshit.
Like the way Clout works is you have to log in through either Twitter or Facebook or something else.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Pigbacks.
they don't have their own sort of built-in server,
Well,
which I
isn't the
hate.
whole-
I hate
Clout's
that.
just
Sort of-
made up. It literally is. It's for social media people that want to check influencing people.
Wait, Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben.
You're telling me
Yeah.
that clout is made up?
Yes.
Well, not made up. It's
I've
just
known
bullshit.
about Clout for a while. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that you're getting it now, but it's
I mean,
it's just bullshit.
We've known about
Yeah,
it for a
but
while
it's
too.
just
This isn't our
everyone-
first fucking
Okay.
discussion
But
about it.
still, it's
Everyone knows it's
it's
bullshit.
just.
But you also get free stuff out of it. So I'm like, hey, if I get signed up for it and get free stuff,
you get
why
free
not?
stuff.
Well,
What kind of free stuff do you get?
I can't do it now, but apparently, if I went to the San Francisco airport, I could go to the President's Lounge or whatever,
I
or for one of the
do-
airlines.
I
You
am
could
not-
use your clout to get in the president's
yeah,
lounge.
if you had a Clout over 50, I think
the
you
most
get in.
the most impressive thing I've heard about the most impressive use of Clout is if you go to Vegas, there are certain hotels that ahead of time check your Clout score, and if you have a high enough score, you automatically get upgraded rooms.
What?
See, now-
That's
See, maybe
exactly
just
right.
in-
That's why I
So
signed
no,
up
no,
for
no,
it.
no.
Okay, well, maybe just in England they didn't do any
That's
of
why I
that
signed up for it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's I mean, my cloud score I think was 68 at one point.
Wow.
And
What's the highest it could be?
100.
and
bad.
I haven't I've gotten offers for nothing.
Isn't
I mean, I haven't gotten any offers.
Well, it also depends on your location. They were doing something, I think Chevy Volt. If you had a high enough Clout score, they would basically give you a Chevy Volt for the weekend.
the fuck?
And you could just drive around and and
Isn't
then
it
talk
based
about
off
it.
This is
your
it.
followers
I
and
have
your
a
like?
part-
This is the
Yeah.
bubble. This
Yeah.
is the bubble.
It's
gonna
just,
pop.
I have a part of my personality where it's we're going to give you this for free, and there's part of my personality going, all right, what's this going to cost me?
Oh, do you want I actually got something free the other day.
Okay.
From it.
From Clout?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got they sent me this giant box filled with this instant Lipton tea shit. It's like a powder and you pour it in water and mix it. It was awful.
But no,
Wow.
now here's the deal. Clout sent that to you
Now you're
because
talking
you have
about
a
it.
lot of people, and you
Now
just
you're
talked about it on
talking
a
about it.
podcast.
Yeah.
that
But
is
also
the number
said
one
it
gaming
was
podcast.
awful.
I also said it was awful.
But you're
So
talking
that
about it.
backfired. So
Well,
that's the
I'm
thinking,
just
right?
saying, if I got a upgrade at Vegas, I'm sure I would enjoy the hell out of
Absolutely.
it, and I probably would
So
talk
you
about,
tweet about it.
on-
Yeah.
You know, at first I didn't understand why they would give you free stuff, but now I totally get it because you'll have a lot of
They
followers
want
and
you
people
to
who
say
You have a lot of
talk about
clouds.
it, yeah.
Yep.
That's the whole
Yeah,
point.
whatever that
You have
is.
influence.
That's what that's
Clout is a word.
I
Yeah.
want to know.
We don't have clout in Canada.
We don't.
What is the formula? I want to see their formula. I want to know that
In
formula.
Canada, it's Clute. I was on Clute.ca.
It's actually protein.
Okay, their
Delicious.
formula
What's that?
is
Gluten.
followers divided by replies times random. And that's it. That's your argument. That's all you need.
Great. Times random. Yeah, that's exactly
I think
what it
you're
is.
just-
Yep.
I mean-
he's bullshitting you.
I mean, there's some sort of formula.
Okay.
Speaking of Vegas, we need to go to Vegas. We were talking about Vegas the other day. We haven't been in a
The
while.
house.
No, we haven't been in a while.
I have never been to Vegas.
We should.
Hint,
we
hint.
should all go. We should take everyone from the DayZ server, and
Except
we'll just
for
all
I'm not on
the DayZ
and we'll
server.
all bring pistols.
That sounds. You just
That sounds wonderful.
And
Go
then
to
we'll
Vegas.
eat people's faces.
go to that gun range. Have you been to that gun range out in Vegas? The one where you can shoot machine guns?
We
and stuff?
went there on New Year's Day, actually, and it was packed with people, so we
Yeah.
weren't able to get in. But I'd love to go. We need to go buy guns. I need to go buy guns.
I own guns.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy.
Let's go. Let's go after this podcast. Let's go buy guns.
Joel, what do you need a gun for? You live
Why
in a
not?
nice apartment complex. Like, what's going to happen that you are going to need a gun?
When interest rates go up,
You mean like
Then-
return to normal?
Why would you?
Everyone-
Why would you not need a gun?
Because
why would you not need a gun?
Okay.
Because I mean, at what point am I ever going to need a gun that my life is going to be threatened? That I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to
don't
have
think-
to
I don't
wield
see
a
the point of
weapon.
I mean, like for Joel lives alone, no children. I don't see any problem with that. He's a responsible adult. There's no reason he couldn't
Sure.
own one.
But what if
Responsible?
but what if you
questionable.
you could just shoot someone?
But I mean, like the odds are
Shooting someone's not good.
Like the odds are you're more likely to hurt yourself than intentionally hurt someone else with a gun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So?
Like, what are you going to do? Like, you're saying, like, if someone tried to rob Joel, he would shoot him.
Sure.
Is that legal to shoot someone?
Well,
Yes.
you have to understand.
If
Jack.
you're being robbed in
You have to
Texas.
What if he
understand.
killed him?
I mean,
It's legal?
I don't
In
want
Texas, yeah, there's a.
It's called the
Yeehaw.
castle law. If someone is, if you feel like, if you're at home, you feel like your life's threatened, and
somebody-
someone is there trying to harm you, you can kill them.
What's the law on,
can
like,
kill-
if, let's say, someone breaks into your house and you shoot them in the feet and, like, keep them there until the police get there? What's the
keep
charge
their
on
feet
that?
there.
No, you can't. No, you shoot their feet so they can't run or
You
do
bind them
whatever.
together?
Well, first of all, you're a hell of a shot.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, theoretically.
No, like if you basically
If you injure them really, really bad,
you don't
and,
kill
like,
them, they're not
detain
dead.
them at your house until the police show up.
When using a firearm, you should never shoot to injure. If you're shooting someone, you are shooting to kill.
Yeah.
You never shoot someone and think, I'm just going to hurt them.
But, like, what if
Right.
you don't want to kill someone, but you don't want
Then
them to
you
run
don't-
away?
then You
Don't
don't
own a
use a
gun.
gun.
So
Yeah.
you're saying that you want to be able to kill people?
But listen,
That's
listen.
bad. You shouldn't kill people.
What if it's very important that you want to look cool?
No. If someone's trying to rob
To
you, you don't
people
have to
and
kill
then-
them. It's not like they've not done anything to
It's
deserve
very
being
important
killed.
that not only you stop them, but that they think that you're cool.
You don't have to stop
because
them.
you have a
What
gun.
would you-
Think of
Okay,
it
so
this
what
way.
do you
Think of it this way.
want? Okay.
Do you want me to eat their face or shoot them?
Now here's the thing, right? What would you rather do? Would you rather that they take your TV or you kill a person?
I wouldn't shoot someone for robbing. Like if they're, if
That's what
they're,
you're saying.
if
Like someone comes into your house,
yeah,
you
if they're
shoot
trying
them.
to harm you.
How do you know?
Well,
Okay, but like,
that's
what-
the thing, right? I mean, if somebody's in your house, I mean, you're not going to be like, let's analytically break down if
Yeah.
they're trying to hurt me or take my TV or how that means.
But
If
do
they're in
people
your
do
house,
that? Do people go into houses just to hurt people? Like I think they go
Oh,
into
yeah,
houses
of
to take
course.
things.
Yeah.
People go in and, like,
Like just punch
I
them.
don't
in the
wanna
face.
say
there was
anything
something,
terrible, but-
home invasion
Like
that
climbing
they
in your
had
window,
in Los Angeles.
snatching your people up.
Have you heard of home
No,
invasion?
no. I
Trying to
haven't.
break
Tell me
things.
more. Tell me more.
You should look that up.
hide your kids, hide your wife.
Listen,
I just
Hide your wife.
think about it like this: in a world where there's bath salts and somebody's in your house,
That's a good point.
I'm fucking shooting you right in your fucking
Dude,
face.
if you want to have a weird time on YouTube, just search for people high on bath salts. Like they get fucking crazy.
or
Don't get any of
salvia.
those.
Yeah, salvia. Salvia is weird though because it hits really hard and then goes away after like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about
according
salvia.
to videos, I've never taken it myself, but like
I'm gonna
watching
go
videos.
out. I'm gonna go out and say to any listeners, don't do salvia.
No.
Don't
Or
do that.
bath
Don't
salts.
do any of that stuff.
Tell the
Yeah.
young listeners, don't be
No,
influenced
don't
by
do
this
it.
conversation.
But anyway, yeah.
But watch idiots on YouTube.
I
Absolutely.
can't even watch it. I can't even watch them.
No.
It's just sort of like
It messes with my head a little bit.
yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like
When was
seeing
the last time
people-
you did drop, Joe?
When was the last time? About 10 minutes ago.
What's in that tea?
That's a
called
tea. Lots of
tea.
caffeine in there.
Your face looks very no.
It's very
Gus,
blurry
when was
today.
the last time you were in Vegas?
Last time I was in Vegas, it's been a long time. I
For
was
the
there.
awards, right?
Oh yeah, I guess I was there for the
IWTV
IWTV
Awards?
Awards back in January.
Yeah.
No, that was weird. That was like a 24-hour
The
trip.
best thing about
Yeah.
that whole trip was after getting the award and then being backstage in the back of the casino. walking around. That was the best part of it.
Yeah.
It was like Ocean's 11 style.
It was totally.
That's awesome.
I was like, let's break it.
We're
here.
We should have robbed it.
We've broken the outer layer.
Did you put Monty in one of those push carts and see if we get into the safe?
I tried.
We blew our chance.
My favorite part of that whole thing was Carrie's journal afterwards of him playing his DS and everybody plays
That was awesome.
He's clever, man. He comes up with some funny
funny.
stuff.
He's 21. We should take him to Vegas. Let's take Carrie
He
to
is
Vegas.
21.
Or we should go to Vegas and tell Carrie he can join us if he wants.
Send him pictures
Yeah.
of you from Vegas.
I would not go before 21 because I think then you would just like ruin it for
That's
yourself.
what I said.
You've got to be 21 to go there.
I made a big deal about that, and everyone gave me shit
Well,
for
he
it.
wasn't
so.
going to go to Vegas. He was going for the
Yeah.
awards because he was like really
he was getting an
strongly
award.
involved with Red vs. Blue, the show that was nominated.
Winning award. But I like beat it for like recreation.
Yes,
Like, what would
yes.
you? What, there's no reason to go if you can't drink. It's just like it's a fate worse than death.
Yes, it is a fate
Yeah,
worse than
that's
death. You are
so
correct.
terrible.
So Ben, you've been back in the U.S. for a little while now.
1 week.
How many?
1 week.
1 week. How many Domino's pizzas have you eaten?
I have had 3.
3.
He hasn't
That's
been
a
here a
lie.
week. He's only been here. How long have you
Uh-huh.
been? Okay,
I'll say last week.
Yeah, never mind. I thought you just got here.
All right.
I'm all fucked up.
Are you looking to surpass your record from last time you
No,
were
well,
here?
actually, I was saying to Brandon last night. I'm thinking about throwing away these pieces. Where should I throw them out? And he was like, "Give them to me and Chris in the back. Like we'll eat them." So I think what's happening now is that I start the pizza and then Brandon finishes the pizza. That's our schedule now.
Sharing is caring.
Yes.
So the other day I went with Chris to Chipotle,
Okay.
and
Tell me more.
so like we were on the
Go
line.
on.
I was the first person in line, and there was, I think Chris was behind me. So I go through and I
Yeah.
pick all my stuff. I get the tacos, and I get to the cash register, and I turn around, and Chris is like telling them what to put in his burrito.
Okay.
But every time they put something, he goes, "No, can I get more? Can I get more?" So essentially, he got double of everything going down the line, and he had this mountain of like toppings. It was like from the table to here.
where you at, Chipotle?
At
Chipotle.
And the woman was like, I think if I wrap this, the tortilla's going to break. And Chris like, that's okay. So she tries to wrap it, and the tortilla, of course, just breaks everywhere because it's just so overstuffed. So she gets a second tortilla and wraps it a second
So
layer
basically
around
you got,
it.
like, two of
so
them.
basically, you got 2 burritos for paying the price of one because he doubled every ingredient, got 2 tortillas. And I was
is
like,
great.
what are you going to do with that fucking thing? He goes, I'm going to eat it for dinner too.
Chris
And
is
then
some
the next day,
He's got
I came
strategy.
in, the next day I came into work, and at lunchtime he was sitting in the fucking break room, still eating the fucking burrito.
Amazing.
That's a
Amazing.
Simpsons episode, right? Where he has the giant
The
Subway.
giant sandwich, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God, but it was massive. If you ever have the chance, you should go to Chipotle with Chris to watch him do this because it's just I've never seen that many ingredients.
I'm gonna
I
do it
cannot
today.
stand when you're standing there at Chipotle and they put too much deal on the tortilla, and like you're sitting there watching this person try and wrap the burrito, and it's not happening,
Yeah.
and you know it's happening, and they know it's not happening, and just I kind of hate
awkward.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bernie was saying the other day about my evolution of American like food dining here. When I first came here, like I would get, I said like, when you go to Chipotle, I get tacos, right? You get 3 tacos for your order.
Tacos.
Tacos.
I also now I can't say water because they never understand me. I have to say water with a D. And 3 tacos is not enough. It's not enough, so I have to get 6. But 6 is too many.
What do you have to say at the Vietnamese restaurant?
I have to say
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You can't order less than 6. You can't get like 4 or 5.
No. You have to get. It's only in 3. So I would order 6 and then not eat the rest. And I said, this is too many. They should just give you 5 of them. But now I can eat 6 in one go. So
Wow.
I'm getting better. My stomach is adapting to American
Last week,
portion sizes.
the first day you were in the office, I took you to Chipotle.
Yes.
You got 6. I got 3. We brought him back to the office. Before I was done eating my 3, he was already finished with his
Absolutely.
6.
I might go to 9. I want to see if I can do 9.
I was like halfway through my 3rd,
God.
and he was already done with 6. I was like, what the fuck?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do 9 today.
Are you like a snake? You don't chew. You just like detach your jaw and just like slide it down straight in your stomach.
Like
That has happened with the M&Ms. Like some of them I've just swallowed down.
Ben has a 2-pound bag of M&Ms on his desk right
Yes.
now.
I think it's bigger than 2 pounds.
I wonder
Is
how
it?
many people have stole M&Ms
Only
from your
Kathleen.
desk. Or so
It's
you
so
know.
gross.
I know 2 other people who stole M&Ms from your desk.
It's like the old communal trail mix bag we had at the
Yeah,
old office.
it is.
It's just disgusting.
I did.
You know what I'm talking? Like one of those giant bags that everyone's just
Oh my
reaching
God.
in.
I'm just
Gross.
imagining
No.
that.
In our office, it's really bad because everyone would just try and pick out the chocolate and
Yeah,
then throw
yeah.
it back, whatever.
No,
That's
yeah,
why you
sounds
get
right.
a bag of M&Ms from Ben, and then you got
Exactly.
only chocolate.
The other day I was in the annex and I was getting ready to leave and come back here to the main building, and Brandon was like, "Oh, hey, I have this cold medicine that Kathleen wants because she has a cold. Can you take this over to her?" And he tries to like put just pills in my hand. And I was like, I'm not going to carry pills in my fucking hand, Brandon.
That's
So
going to go in her mouth.
I had to go get a plastic cup, and I was like, here, pour them in here, and I'll go take them across to the new building.
Oh,
She's like, what's wrong with carrying them in your hand? I was like,
They're about to go in your body.
that's fucking gross. She's already got a cold. There's no reason to make her more sick.
you know what? You don't want Gus's sweat in there as well.
No.
Have we talked about Joe the cat and him getting packages now?
No, we hadn't.
Yeah,
Oh.
so someone mailed Joe the cat a box of cat toys and also this cat tree. It's like a serious
It's
cat
giant.
tree. How tall is it, do you think?
I think
Probably
Chris,
4 feet,
Chris looked it
3
up
feet.
on the site where they bought it from. It's like $150.
Jesus Christ. But I gave it to David and I think he assembled it. But yeah, I think Joe the cat loves it, right?
He's getting more gifts than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
cat.
the packages all came in addressed to Joe Cat,
yeah, Joe,
Joe
cat.
Cat.
which is awesome.
So I don't. Do we get a note from whoever sent
No.
that? Like it was some
No.
random fan loves cats.
There's no note, no name, no nothing.
On
I
both
will
of them.
say, like, I took the box over to the annex. The thing weighed like 60 pounds, like
I think it was
unassembled.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I took it over there, and then like we cut it open, and Joe immediately like, ran over to it. So I don't know if it's infused with catnip or something, but he knew something was up with that box.
knows.
Since Joe always pees on Brandon stuff, I told Brandon that he should just start pissing on that cat tree. Just go over and
Maybe-
make Joe watch and be like, "There, that's what you get."
Maybe
And
Joe
then
ordered
after
the
that,
cat
put
tree.
vitamins
Mark
in
your
your hand.
territory.
Yeah. Wait, Joe's been peeing on Brandon's stuff?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
pees
that's
on
awesome.
Brandon's
Yeah.
backpack, his
Backpack,
laptop
laptop.
case, behind his computer.
So what value does Joe bring to that office? He just pees on stuff. That's what he does.
He's cute and
He,
cuddly.
he upsets
Good.
Brandon. That's a
He's
huge
not cute to
value.
Brandon.
It's
No,
true.
he's a pain in the ass.
I'm amused just hearing how upset Brandon is over that cat.
He's cute
Worth
to us
it.
in the main building when we go over
When
there
we
and play
don't
with
see
him
him.
for like
Yeah.
5 or 10 minutes and then leave.
You have to work with him.
Joe the cat, and then
What if you had like a real coworker who just like that's what they did? They came to your desk and peed on your stuff. You're like, what the fuck?
that's
That's
basically
what
what
it's
Gavin
like.
does.
In those contract things out in other countries.
Exactly.
Did we talk about our sponsor chat thing where we opened like all these letters and stuff?
We
That was
did
cool.
not. But do we even talk about sponsored chat?
Did
at
we
all?
even?
No, we have a
We
new
didn't.
feature on the website for sponsors where people can chat. I haven't been on this week. I need to jump back in there.
It's awesome.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an improvement over our previous
How do you
deprecated chat system.
how do you access it?
Go to roosterteeth.com/chat.
Yeah.
If you're a sponsor, or anybody can see all the different channels that are there. But if you're a sponsor, you can join and
Yeah.
check them out.
That was pretty cool. We talked about it like on Monday. I made it on Tuesday, finished it on Wednesday, launched it on Thursday.
Yeah.
That was a good week.
And you have a Days Dead chat?
There
That's
is
Jay-Z's
actually.
right.
There's a
Yeah.
DayZ chat.
And-
There's a Achievement Hunter chat. There's everything.
And
Chat
people-
for everything
people who are-
except for porn.
People who are staff can embed videos in
Or
the chat as
streams.
well.
You've been
So
having
I-
fun with that, haven't you?
Yeah, I kept it every now and then. I'll surprise people. I'll embed the dubstep hipster cat, which like starts with like blaring music. So like I'll in the chat I'll just write, "This is your one warning. Check your volume," and I'll embed it, and then I'll get like, "Oh my god, I just did a spit take."
This is why I don't let people go invisible, because like as soon as I see Gus come in the room, get out of there. Get out of there. Just leave the room.
Just
leave
makes
the
it-
room.
Turn your speakers down.
I love how there's always people in that chat, though.
There's always
I could go in at 4 in the morning and there's
Yeah.
like 40 people in there just
it's
hanging
cool.
out.
I
Oh,
can't
that's
test
right.
anything. I go in and everyone's all of a sudden like just out spend. I can't be stealthy.
Yeah.
So in addition to embedding like YouTube and pre-rendered videos or pre-uploaded videos, we can also embed streams.
Yes.
So
So
we-
that's what we're going to be using for our like live streams of
Yeah,
stuff.
we embedded a Twitch stream of us in the conference room last week.
We did. It was awesome.
We opened up some fan letters and
That was
had
amazing.
fun hanging out.
That was amazing. It was amazing, like how many spelling mistakes are in those letters, and like you were saying as well, they were so badly like written. Like the address
Yeah.
was the wrong address, and it was like
And it
massive
still
writing.
got to
it
us
still got to
somehow.
us, and
Yeah.
ours didn't go.
Yeah, it did not even come to the correct office. It went to our
No.
fulfillment house
Yeah.
Yeah.
and has to get like rerouted over here.
So I'm a bit cautious to say, it should be a regular feature, the fulfillment house letters. We'll just start sending stuff on purpose to
A
fulfillment.
weekly like fan mail hour or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're
Found that
surprised by the misspelling, you clearly don't get email from our fans.
Yeah.
like,
That's why I haven't got a hidden folder.
we get job requests all the time.
Yeah.
And so it's like just going through those, there's some painful ones.
There's funny job
Yeah.
requests as well.
It's
It's
really,
like,
really painful.
I feel like maybe we should put together a FAQ or like helpful guidelines for people when submitting job requests.
Yeah.
Not just here,
no, but
anywhere.
there is, isn't there?
I don't know.
Okay.
But like things like check your spelling. One of the things that I find most frequently is one of my pet peeves is when people attach a resume and it's just called resume.doc.
Yeah.
It's like I've got
Yeah.
70 documents called resume.doc. Like put your name in there,
Yeah.
put a date, some more identifying information, and double check the spelling and grammar.
So often I just see like, I love playing video games. Can I work for you?
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, what? That's that.
You're hired.
Yes.
Set.
When do you start?
But yeah, I had some fun with the sponsor chat this weekend. I did a stream of attempting to bake cupcakes.
Oh yeah, cooking with Barbara. Yeah.
And it was really fun.
You know, I saw that, and I thought about setting up a rival room. It's like the best motherfucking cupcakes.
You should have done it.
I didn't have all the ingredients I needed, and I was too lazy to go out.
But yeah, I had about 70 people in there or so, and
Yeah.
we
How'd
hung
the
out.
cupcakes turn out?
Pretty good.
Where are they?
They're in my apartment.
Why are they not here?
I could go get one.
We should eat
at
them.
What
lunchtime.
kind of cupcakes are they?
They are like coconut, pineapple, Malibu
Rum?
cupcakes with a cream
Rum.
cheese
Like
frosting.
Tropical.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese frosting.
And there's rum.
Hello.
Did you have that rum cake that Kara
I didn't
brought
have
back?
any rum.
So our receptionist Kara came back from Jamaica and she brought
Hang
rum
on.
cake.
Sorry, did you say it's rum cake?
Rum
It's rum
cake.
cake.
Is it still there?
It is.
I think there might be some there.
See you, Ben.
Goodbye.
But the animators came on that thing like vultures, man. Like if food hits the kitchen, they're on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I think
gross.
Matt bought some Oreos for the office the other day, and I think the Oreos were in the kitchen for like 10 minutes
I didn't
before
get
they were
one.
gone. Yeah,
Those are my favorite cookies too.
yeah. I had to like fight. I had to like elbow my way around the bag and like to get a couple.
Bernie once made a tortilla soup next door, and I think in 9 minutes it was gone.
Yeah.
Because all the animators
Yikes.
just flocked over there and ate it. And by the time Kathleen got there, it was completely gone.
We should start
We
putting.
have a lot of people here now.
We
so
do.
Like when you get food or anything like that, you have to make sure you get it in bulk.
Yeah.
To feed everyone.
I saw someone today that I'd never seen before, and we were like,
Yeah,
"Who's that?"
Ben and I were in my office, and then someone walked in and was like, "Hey, how do I send this email?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh, do this." And then you walked out, and Ben was like, "Who the fuck was that?"
I've never seen them before.
Ben was like, "I thought that was a fan visiting."
God.
That happened the other day, actually. I think who was it? I think Gavin. Yeah, it was Gavin. So Gavin answered the door, and there was a guy, and he was like, "Oh, hey," and he's like, "Okay," and he's like, "Yeah, come on in and sit down." He's like, "All right," and then Gavin just went back to the Achievement Hunter office. Didn't tell anyone. And so Gavin just walked, like, let this guy in, had him sit down, and just walked back to the Achievement Hunter office. And then I came into work, like, maybe 15 minutes later. The guy was sitting in the front. I was like, "Who's that guy?" And Gavin's like, "I don't know. He just came in." I was like, "What? Like, what?" I'm like, and then Gavin's like, then like I think Michael or someone was like, "Oh, I think we have a new animator starting today." And I'm like, "Is that the guy?" And Gavin's like, "Oh,
No one
I didn't
knows.
talk to
Oh my
him."
god!
Gavin is
So I was
oblivious.
like, "Hey man, what's your name?" He's like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm starting. This is my first day at work." He's like, "Okay, hang on. Let me go get Kathleen." And so like I took the the enormous effort of going upstairs, and the guy literally sat there for like
So this is
20
how we
minutes.
treat new employees. They sit
Yeah.
alone for like 4
Yeah,
hours.
brand new employee sat there for literally 20 minutes, and he wouldn't have kept sitting there unless I'd have done something for him.
That's fucking funny.
I was like, "Gavin, you fucker!" He's like, I don't
It's like the scene
not my-
from
not my
Fight
problem.
Club where you have to like stand on the doorstep for 2 days. You have to
Yes,
really want
exactly.
to animate.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I was going to say, like,
Don't stand on our doorstep for 2 days. by the
No,
way.
no.
I was going to say, you should have checked if you had a USB thumb drive because it might have been stealing all our stuff.
We should also, should we mention now, I don't know if you want to cut this now, but should we mention now that we are closing our office the week before and after RTX?
Before and after.
It's already closed.
No
isn't it?
tours.
No tours at all, no fans or anything like that. Sorry, we're just crazy busy
Yeah.
prepping for it and
We're also going
recovering
to have
from
like
it.
thousands of people in town who know about Rooster Teeth,
Yeah.
and we cannot
So
accommodate.
we would love to meet everyone, and we will meet
We
everyone.
will meet everyone
at
at
RTX.
the
Convention
event.
Center
Yes.
at RTX.
Please.
Because we'll all be over there.
And also, we won't be at work. We'll be at RTX.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
And speaking of RTX,
What?
ticket sales end this week online. June 22nd is the last day you could buy your ticket online.
Friday. What time? Have we set a time?
Probably midnight, I guess.
Do we want to go that late?
So
I
just
don't know.
do it now.
Do we?
Let's make the decision now.
Can we? Because like I think I have to turn it off manually. Can we
okay.
turn it off automatically?
I don't know.
If it's manual, then
Are we
5
talking about,
p.m.
Eventbrite?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we just made the decision.
We'll make announcements
I
on
went to,
our site.
Halo 4. Buy your tickets to see Halo 4.
Shut up.
No, that's not that word. I went to Chipotle yesterday, and the guy was having a hard time wrapping my burrito. And while he's wrapping my burrito, he goes, "By the way, has Gus worked out my ticket situation yet for RTX?"
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely positively serious. At
Wow.
Chipotle on Stastny, the guy was wrapping my burrito, and he just looks up and he goes, he's wrapping my burrito, and he goes,
Wow.
"That's Gus." So I don't know if...
Did you get his name?
That's a bit awkward conversation.
I was like, I don't know, that's Gus's department.
Was it the one over here or one over there?
It said
Stastny.
Stastny.
Oh, I'll have to go over there. Be
Yeah.
like, what's up, fucker? Give me a burrito.
No, it's funny. Like people are coming out of the woodworks now. Like, so my brother-in-law is he works at the city of Round Rock up in North Austin, and his boss. His boss's kids were in the office one day, and they knew he kind of liked video game stuff, so they came up to him and they said, "Hey, do you know about this thing called RTX that's going to happen next month?" And he's like, "As a matter of fact, I do." My brother-in-law happens to work for Rooster Teeth, and so these kids started freaking out.
That's so cool.
That's funny.
Anyway,
the other
it's pretty
day I
crazy.
was this weekend on Sunday I was down at Cooper's in New Braunfels.
Nice.
And I was like, I finished up my barbecue, was there with family, and I was throwing the stuff away, getting ready to walk out, and this little kid like kind of walks out from behind and goes, "Excuse me." And I turn around, it's like this little 10-year-old kid, like in a baseball uniform. I was like, "Yeah?" He goes, is your name Gus? Are you from Rooster Teeth?" And I was like, oh my god! I instantly felt bad for every bad word I've ever
I
said.
know.
Like, it's just
And then
This is
you
your
should
life.
not be
And I was
watching
like-
our stuff.
Yes,
You're a
He goes,
childhood
I'm
idol.
a big fan. I was like, oh, it's good to meet you. Don't watch our stuff.
Yeah, you're the worst childhood idol possible.
We got to figure out a way to clamp down on that stuff. How are we going to do that?
I felt so
Fire
guilty.
Gus.
And then he walked back to like the table with his family, and his father was like, "Oh, is that him?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my god, get out of here!"
Oh my god. It's like that kid we met at New York Comic Con.
Is that the guy who taught you the F word?
Is that the one?
It's like that kid we met at New York Comic Con who he was like a French kid and his dad was like
Yeah.
talking about Rage Quit and he's like, yes, yell at him, yes.
Dude, like, so my girlfriend listened to last week's podcast, and she's like, "You have a filthy mouth," and I was like, "I really don't." But every night when I get mad, I can curse at people, and like you start thinking about this stuff, like. Yeah, like my parents are coming to RTX, and I'm like nervous about like what's going to happen at RTX. Like something's going to happen. I'm
Anything can
sure.
happen.
Of course.
Yeah,
that's
it's like-
That's
live.
like embarrassing.
Everything
Yeah,
will
it's like,
happen.
God damn it.
Everything will, yes.
Hopefully, our fans will be respectful and not raging douches. But I have a feeling that there will be one or two raging douches out
A
in
few
the
shoes
crowd.
flying around. Don't throw shoes.
just
Don't throw
eat
shoes.
the- Just eat their face.
I'll say if you throw a shoe at me, I'm keeping it. That's it. I will destroy it. and
Burn
keep
it in front of their face.
I honestly
Yeah.
don't think you have to worry because I've been to so many events with the Rooster Teeth community that like they're the most respectful group of people. Like everyone's like representing Rooster Teeth and
You
really
hear that, Rooster Teeth audience?
No, I mean, it's-
you are respectful. Be
Even at
respectful.
last RTX, like I think the security people were just like, man, like
Yeah.
for such a large group of people, you guys are really respectful and like
Yeah.
kind to each other, and everyone's friends, and it's awesome. So I'm not that worried.
Unless you're on a Daisy.
There's no water balloons this year, so don't have to worry
No.
about
Yeah,
that.
it'll be good.
But
Yeah,
so
it's-
yes, please be respectful of everyone and
I
everything.
can't
in the
believe
convention
it's
center.
so soon.
Dude, that's like
Yeah.
It's like
Just
3
think about when
weeks?
it's
It's
2
3
weeks.
weeks, two and a
Oh,
half.
Jesus Christ.
It's like,
I can
2
actually
weeks
see
from
grey roots coming up.
oh my god, I've aged like 5 years in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
It's-
Your life expectancy's gone down.
Yeah,
So it's in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks?
2 weeks from this weekend.
Yeah.
2 weeks from this weekend. So
Man.
almost 3 weeks from now.
But not only that, like I know, like Barbara and I, we go. So we're like we have RTX that weekend, and then the next Wednesday we leave to
On
go to
Tuesday, we leave on Tuesday.
leave on Tu- oh, shit.
Probably.
'Cause you gotta sit up
we
on
gotta sit
Wednesday.
up on Wednesday.
Oh god! So then we go to Comic Con. So it's like working RTX
That's
nonstop.
like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, and then go to Comic
Who's all
Con.
going to Comic Con? Do we know yet?
I don't know off the top of my
well,
head.
me and Jack
Yeah.
are definitely going.
Yeah, I'm going.
I think-
I'm actually bringing my girlfriend
I
too.
think
So it's going to be
Monty's
very
going as
interesting.
well.
Monty's going, Kathleen's going, Shannon's going, Jen Brown's going.
Oh, geez, you got an army of people.
There's
Yeah.
like 6 or 7 or 8 of us. I don't
8,
know.
I think.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
a lot
That's a
of
lot
us.
of people.
Golly gosh.
Hey, did you get the email I sent you last night about Burks?
Yes.
So I looked up, the Ermagerd girl.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was kind of
Goose
stuff. I guess like there's an entry for her on Know Your Meme, and someone posted like the actual like her a regular
Yeah,
picture
she's
of
a
her.
hot girl.
Yeah, she's hot.
And
right?
she's not like I was always afraid about that meme that there was something wrong with her, and I was laughing at someone. But no, she's totally normal. She's hot, so I'm gonna continue to laugh at that meme.
Yeah.
That's
well,
like
The picture I saw said Ermagerd, I'm hot.
I'm a good Burke.
well, that's like the I can count the potato girl. Like you heard about that?
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Did you hear about that one, Barbara?
I did not.
So there's a meme or it's a girl, a special challenge girl, and it says I can count to potato. And so
Shouldn't be laughing.
no, but it's been on the internet for
That's
like a
awful.
long time. It's one of the, like an original meme. It's been around for a while.
Okay.
So I guess finally someone pointed it out to her parents. And so now her parents like came out and made this huge deal about it and like drug her out. They're like, yeah, we showed her all these things and she's so mad. It's like, well, why'd you show her? Like, what did you do that? And so
Yeah,
now,
shelter your kid from that, man.
and so now there's like an updated photo with like her and her mom. And it's like, well, that's the new meme. And so now it's,
Jeez.
yeah, just making it worse. Like, why would you do that?
There's
So-
some memes
It's
out
not-
there that I
it's- I-
really enjoy. Like, I love Benevolent Bro Bernie. I love that.
But
meme.
he's totally scumbag Bernie. I've been meaning to to talk about it.
Oh, you're
How
saying about that, yeah.
He fucking left to the other side of the world for like 3 weeks, and he left his truck parked in the best parking spot
Yeah.
at the office.
I could move it for you.
Move it.
Move it.
Move it. It's like right in front of the door. He's not even in the same hemisphere. He's 2 hemispheres removed.
Yeah.
In Bernie's defense, he did feel bad about that. I was driving him and Gavin to the airport, and we were
You know,
leaving the parking
So
lot. He's
in
like,
his, oh,
in
he
his
felt
defense,
bad.
Oh yeah.
in his defense,
he told me I
That
could move it if
totally
I wanted.
fixed
in his defense, he didn't feel bad. I mean, just in case you're wondering about that,
Can we
he
go
didn't
park?
feel bad.
Let's go park it behind the warehouse next door. Like, let's go park it in the field. Can we do that? Let's go park it in the old immersion field.
I'll find a place.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we should move that damn truck because it's huge too. It's like the biggest freaking.
It's funny seeing his car next to Matt's car because Matt's car is so like
That's
compact.
car. It's really dinky.
It's like the complete opposite of cars
Yeah.
next to each other. It's always really funny to see them
It's
compare.
modest.
It is.
Yeah.
So anyway, you should move that truck.
Okay.
Yes, move it.
I will do
Move
that.
that truck.
Where can we move it to?
That truck.
Huh?
Where can we move it
Immersion
to?
field.
I'll just move it to the back of the
Let's
parking
light
lot.
it on fire and see how far we can drive it down the road before it turns off.
Or we could put it in the abandoned oil place next door to us. It's been there for 3 years
We
now.
can park it in the Starbucks parking lot, taking up 4 spaces.
Yeah, this is true.
And then whenever he gets in it, someone will jump out from behind the bushes and eat his face.
Amazing. It
It's
all comes full
coming
circle.
together.
You put cream cheese on it as well.
throwback.
There was like, we
Point
just
callback.
toasted?
Man, I've been on a big bagel and cream cheese kick lately.
That's so good. Like that's my airport food. I always get bagel and cream cheese when I'm at airport.
Have you ever had Einstein's bagels? Mm-hmm. I did not know about those until I moved here because I think it's an American thing. But man, those are good bagels.
You can get their kolache, like they have like big sausage kolaches. Oh, they're
I have
so
not.
good.
They have good breakfast stuff though.
Yeah, they have weird hours. They're open like 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. or something like
Yeah,
that.
well, I guess it's like lunch and breakfast, so
Yeah.
they don't really want to be open late.
Hey, did you see that announcement from Microsoft? Like, was it last night?
Yeah.
For the new
Surface?
Surface.
Yeah.
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 I only saw that there was a Surface, but I don't know what was. Someone just gone and thrown that
It's
through.
like it's a tablet, or there's 2 different versions of it. Both of which run Windows 8. One of which is on the ARM processor, and the other which uses an x86 processor.
how big is it?
But I want to say 10, off the top of my head,
10 inches.
10.2 inches, maybe 10.4. And the coolest part about
Yeah.
it, and, I don't know, like I can't judge it until I see it.
Yeah.
I thought the iPad was stupid until I held one for the first time.
Well,
but
People thought that about the iPod too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the coolest thing about the Surface was that the cover, when you opened it, you could use it as a keyboard. Like there was a keyboard in there.
Yeah,
which I
like,
thought was a
like
pretty
the
neat
like
idea.
it folds out, and it's like stand too. and
Yeah,
it
but
has a
the weird
keyboard.
thing is like, so then is it trying to like again? I don't know. Like, is it trying to be a tablet or is it trying to be a laptop?
I think
it's
that's
probably
what they're trying to say is like it's sort of a little of both. Like it's more
best of
powerful than a
both
tablet,
worlds.
but it's not a
Yeah.
laptop.
As-
But then the
bulky.
problem is like it makes me think of the old tablet PCs, which kind of tried to do the same thing years ago, but it failed at doing either.
Yeah,
So
Isn't it also supposed to be really light?
And I mean,
yeah, I would
this,
say it's like 2 pounds.
this is
if I
the
recall.
picture I saw of it. It's
No.
no, that's Surface. That's the old Microsoft
yeah.
Surface.
Yeah, look, go back. I'll show you.
That's the one you see at like casinos and hotels and things like that. No, this one's like an actual tablet.
It looks pretty good,
Yeah, that's it.
but I mean, at this point, I don't know if anybody really buys into any other tablet other than the iPad.
Well, I don't know.
you never know. I mean, I don't even know the tablets were like. I guess HP started tablets.
The good thing about Apple products like that is you pick it up and you instantly know how to use it.
Yeah.
With all these other devices, it's like you have to kind of work your way around it to figure out how to do things.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's
not
weird. It's
crazy
got a
about this
keyboard.
Windows 8 interface either,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we'll see. I haven't used it yet. Again, it's like one of those things I've seen pictures of, and I'm like, I don't know how that would work. But then maybe when I pick it up, it's like, oh, okay, it'll just make sense.
I'm hearing, somewhat positive things about it actually.
Yeah, I've
so
seen a
I'm
lot of people
I'm
talking
curious
about
about it. I want to definitely check it out.
do you know when it's coming out or anything?
I don't know when second.
I read a pretty interesting article the other day about
Well-
when they launched the iPhone. Steve Jobs said it was 5 years ahead of its time, and it has been 5 years, and the iPhone really hasn't changed that much.
I read that article as well, and that article was actually way off base, I thought.
You think so?
Because people forget that the iPhone that launched is not the same iPhone that you use now. The iPhone that launched didn't have an app store. It was very restricted. It used an older network. There's a lot of things that have evolved. It's been an evolution. It looks the same.
Yeah.
And it has the same overall interface in iOS. It wasn't even called iOS.
Yeah,
I mean, there are so many changes that have gone on. No one remembers that first iPhone sucked. I hated I thought the first iPhone was cool for the touchscreen,
Yeah.
but I didn't buy one. I didn't get it.
Really?
And then it's not until the App Store came out and there was more functionality that I finally jumped on board.
That's true. That's true.
Except Joel.
Basically, I need a vehicle to play DayZ on.
You cannot do it on the Surface,
DayZ.
I don't think.
You can't.
No.
I don't-
Why not?
I don't think it would be powerful enough.
So, do we have any friends at Alienware or Dell or someone that wants to send us some PCs?
Someone that would like to sponsor the podcast.
The thing is, though, is
Hey.
that I don't think I can get a tower anymore. It's like I'd have to get a laptop.
Use your laptop. Use boot.
You
I
can
play
use a laptop.
DayZ on my laptop.
Oh, you do? You
Yeah.
boot camp?
Yeah.
And it works okay?
I don't
Yeah.
even, it works. I don't even know if I have boot camp on here still.
I play. What else do I play?
I think I
I play some other stuff. I play a lot of Steam stuff on my Windows side.
do. You have a problem backing up stuff to your time machine with boot camp on your laptop?
No problem.
I see the wheels turning in Joel's head.
I mean, I had boot camp on here. I don't know if I still have it anymore. We might have taken it off. How do I check? I do have to reboot.
Reboot
this-
and hold down Option.
Reboot
Or you can
camp.
check. Can't you just see if there's another hard drive?
Well, I
Like,
see there is, but it may not have anything. on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Have
do
you ever
a-
seen, going back to the phones, have you seen that picture of when they compare phones from like the early 2000s to now? And it's like now they're all square with a touch screen, they're all black. And before they were all like flip phones and like
Yeah.
really colorful and shiny and everything. It's funny to see how that evolved.
Yeah, they look totally different.
Yeah.
I remember. I mean,
I still have it.
way back in the day, when mobile phones first came out, my dad got one, and it was like you had to mount it to your car.
Yeah.
Like it was like physically bolted to the car and
Oh,
had like
Jesus, really?
antennas
My
in the
dad's
back.
car still
and-
has that. It doesn't
yeah.
work, but it's still in there.
Yeah,
And
that-
whenever
yeah.
someone gets in that car, they're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that network doesn't even exist anymore in the United States.
Wow.
The old super old analog cellular network.
Or so they'd like to have you think.
They turned it off. They've reclaimed that spectrum.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Damn it, reclaiming spectrums. That's not cool.
But yeah, those phones sucked so much. But it was cool. You'd be like, I'm in a car and I'm on the phone.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
I
know
did.
what it is about parent. Like my dad has the same thing where he's got cutting edge technology from 15 years ago in his car or whatever, like with the laptop mounted, this, that, and the other thing. It's just like this is embarrassing. I have to take this out.
Yeah.
Have him get one of those new cars that has like like all the internet enabled stuff built into it.
And he has that. It's like, man, my parents spent too much money.
How has Google Maps not developed a in-car system yet? Like built into the dashboard of a car, like a thing that
I've seen
updates.
actually
I
that
expect
the
them
new
to.
Toyota Entune system, which is their new navigation, actually uses Bing Maps.
Oh, yeah?
and you can this part. They're not paying us to say this, by the way. This is totally like a free flowing conversation. It uses Bing Maps, and it also has other apps as well. Like I believe you can stream Pandora over it, and it uses the internet connectivity from your phone.
Oh wow! So it
And it
tethers.
pairs over Bluetooth and
Oh,
tethers,
that's good.
and pulls all the data down through your phone.
It's funny because how fast technology moves and how slow cars are to keep up with it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if we could sit down in your car and be like, okay, I want to go from here to here.
It should be
What's
down.
the traffic look like? And it's
Yeah.
like, boom, built-in traffic. It's like, all right, don't take that route. And
My big fear is always that what if you don't have that connectivity? Like, what if you're in a scary, sketchy area and like all of a sudden your phone doesn't have data and you're fucked? You don't know how to get out.
don't have a CD backup or
Yeah,
something.
you'd have to do something
Or basically
like
just
that.
have it like where it's constantly downloading, and just we'll save it locally once it's downloaded. You know?
Yeah, like my car used to have like a traffic, like it has a satellite radio in it, and you can pay extra for traffic updates
Yeah.
that'll overlay real time on the map. So I had a free trial when I first bought the car.
Did it work?
It worked in quotations,
Yeah.
but all the data I felt was like 2 hours old.
Right.
So
That's
it's like-
the problem. I feel like I can never trust it.
Yeah, so I don't pay for it because I was like, in the trial, it was always old data. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was traffic there, but it's gone now. Or, now there's traffic here that it hasn't detected yet.
It may not be there yet. I'm just
Right.
not sure.
Yeah,
How do you think that stuff is detected anyway? Do they have like just certain cars that
I
are
don't know.
marked or something? And
I don't know. I think in the new Maps application that Apple is going to be bundling in iOS 6, that it sources data from iPhones that have opted in. So it detects
wow.
the speed at which iPhones are moving and where they're moving and knows if there's traffic or not.
That's crazy.
That is
It's-
cool.
I think Android
That's how
does
it's-
it already with Google
Man,
Maps, but
welcome
I'm not
to Big
positive
Brother.
about
That's
it.
how Skynet started, right?
It's like just
Yeah, because
hundreds
this is a
of little
choke point for the
drones
humans.
all over the place. Yeah.
Send all the humans here, then they will stop. Kill.
It's like, just head towards the giant stamping machine. We don't know why it...
Yeah. Like, that's,
Have you guys seen Prometheus yet?
I'm not. I want to.
You
No?
know, I went to Prometheus with you guys,
Yeah, you
and
did.
we went to the Alamo.
Yes.
And I don't have a good history with Alamo food.
Uh-huh.
And there's a certain scene in that movie that is like pretty rough.
Yeah.
But like,
Pretty
what was
gruesome.
happening to the person where they were having pain was the exact same
Yeah.
place I was having pain. But it was like my pain that I was having was so acute. I was getting like tunnel vision and breaking out into a cold sweat.
Wow.
I was like,
Joel was sitting next to me. I thought he was dying.
I couldn't
He
even.
probably was not.
I didn't even register that it was my
he
stomach
took
that
off
was
his
hurting.
3D glasses. He was like standing still, looking at the ground, and I was like, "Oh my god, are you
I thought
okay?"
I was going to die. I thought I was
He
going
like
to.
stumbled down the stairs. I was like, Jesus.
I must have had like some sort of like it felt like an allergic reaction or something. I thought I was going to fucking die.
I missed a really crucial point in that movie because I was so concerned.
I was sitting
Just so
there,
you know.
and after the scene, I'm thinking to myself, "Well, I'm dying in the movie theater, so my choices are either I can just sit here and die in the movie theater, or I can try and leave." And
die in the
maybe
ground
die in the
outside.
lobby or whatever, because
Die in a more convenient place.
it's like it's like when the dog is like goes out to the woods by itself because it's like wants to just be die alone. It was sort of
Right.
that feeling. That was like right after that scene. It's like at the same time as I was dying, and I was dying. I was like,
I could tell.
I was like, I had two thoughts in my brain. One, I'm dying, and the second thought was, God damn it! If I stand up and walk out of the theater now, it's going to look like I was freaked out by the scene. And it's like, I can't have that. So I'm just going to sit here and die a little bit longer. And sure enough, I'm stumbling. I'm stumbling down, and I'm on my way out. I'm just like, oh god, I got to sit down somewhere or whatever. And I didn't know what was going on. Sure enough, like one of the movie employees was like, "Yeah, that scene's pretty rough, huh?"
Was he like pussy?
I was like, that's
It's pretty rough.
That scene was really rough. I was squirming a little. I had to cover my eyes.
I
at
was
some
squirming,
point.
but I wasn't dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
dying
everyone
there.
here's seen it?
Yeah.
No.
I have not.
Gus and I have not.
They've not.
I really want to. I can't see a movie the first couple of weeks it's out because I can't deal with
Yeah.
the crowds.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same way.
Reserve seating at the Alamo Draft House, probably the best
Yeah,
thing
but
ever.
it's still crowded.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but
See, my problem is not the lack of seating. My problem is the fucking crowd.
I like going to
And
a
the
movie
chairs
with
need to
a
be
full
bigger.
audience.
Yes.
If the chairs were bigger, it wouldn't be a problem.
No, I want an empty audience with a giant. I want one giant chair.
I
It's just for me.
mostly agree with you. Sometimes it's nice to have an audience,
I like
during
for
a comedy
comedies,
or whatever. Yeah, but it's like I mostly.
Because then I get mad sometimes. Like they laughed at that. Like that's stupid. Or
I
I'll
like-
laugh at something and then no one else laughs. Like, oh come on, really?
The other thing, like when I went to it, I've never seen like Alien or anything like that. But the people I went to with had, and like every few minutes in the movie, like sniggering, like what was it? It's like, oh, well, obviously that's a reference to something I don't get. That was the worst. If you haven't seen Alien, you should see it with people that haven't seen Alien because it ruins your experience if you see it with people that have.
Yeah.
That's a thing. It's been so long now. I mean, I wonder how much a percentage of the audience
What
haven't
year did
seen
Alien
Alien.
come
I mean, I wasn't alive when it came out.
78,
I think it was 77.
77, 78, long time ago.
Like we weren't alive. So,
so Alien and Star Wars came out the same year.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Wow, that's
Crazy,
so
right?
I
long
gotta
ago.
look that up now.
Yeah,
It's 77 or 78. It's right around there. But
Sigourney Weaver doesn't look that young though. She looks like she's. Oh, how old is Sigourney Weaver?
she's
old.
up there.
well, she would have been like 30 at the movie time.
she's probably in her 60s at this point.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
She
think
looks
so.
great.
She
Oh,
looks
sorry.
great.
Alien was 79. Joel was more correct than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see her at 60. I think that looks.
Okay.
She looks about right.
I guess that makes sense.
She is.
She's
She's
like
turning 63 this year. She's currently
Wow.
62.
Wow.
You know what baffles my mind?
What, Barbara?
Tell us.
I can't.
Magnets?
William Shatner. How old do you think William Shatner
Oh, I know
is?
how old he is.
90.
He's like in his late 80s. or
Late
something.
80s.
Wow.
Could you like that? That blows my
It's just like
fucking mind.
it's just like Dick Clark, where it's just like you look great, thud. Yeah, it just falls over.
Well,
dead.
Dick Clark had a stroke a few years ago. He didn't look so great after that.
No,
Yeah.
but like
That's
William
also like
Shatner.
they have a lot of Hollywood like magic to make them look young
But
and
he
sprightly.
could be in his late 50s. That guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And he's,
From a lot of the
he's
videos I've
late
seen.
80s. He's almost
He's,
90 years
he's
old.
81.
Oh.
Okay, whatever.
Still.
He's in his
Early
80s.
80s.
He's in his 80s.
Yeah.
No, I mean when you look at the commercials, the Priceline commercials, he doesn't look 80.
No, not
He
at
does
all.
not at all.
I mean, my
So he-
grandmother's in
he's-
her 80s, and she does not look that good.
He's like what Betty White's age,
Well,
right?
he's-
Or is she 90?
She's 90, I think, or at least close to 90.
He's must have had some surgery.
He's had to have something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's 90.
Well, when you're in space, you don't age as quick. So.
that explains it for both of them.
Cryogenic freezing.
You're,
Yeah.
not, you're not fighting gravity.
Couldn't hear either of them scream, but they both look great.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Screaming
from a-
ages you.
Well, I'm really bummed out that you guys haven't seen it because I'd love to talk about that movie.
I know. I have mixed emotions about that movie. At first, I was not very impressed, but the more I think about it, the more I want to see it again and like analyze it a little bit
I think
more.
I'm reverse of that.
I
Actually.
would like to see it again because I missed like plot point 3 through plot
As
point
did
4.
I.
Let's go see
When
it.
you were
You're
sick and I
giant.
was
You
worried.
missed, you missed the scary part?
Well,
Hey, I've got an idea.
What's that?
Let's play hooky. After the podcast, you just go to the theater over here and watch it.
Let's do it.
I bet there's no crowd.
Probably not.
I'm not going to fight
He's got
you.
that 9-year-old face again. He's like really devious.
I know.
I'm not going to
So
fight you.
excited.
We have a thing. We have a meeting. We can fit it in.
Yeah,
we
you
should
fit
look
it.
up
Plenty
times.
of time.
I had a whole rant I was going to go on about the reserve seating thing also because it's like amongst a group of people in the office, it doesn't work if everyone gets reserved seating separately because it defeats the point
Yeah.
because you're trying to sit together.
Yeah.
But we're so disorganized. It's like, well, we'll just buy. We're gonna go. We know that we're gonna go see a movie on this day at this time, but then that's about it.
Well, you know what
And
happens
It's like
with
I
that,
want
right?
having a conversation with some dude over seats, which is not what you want to do.
I was going to tell you which seat to reserve, and then you booked your ticket without consulting me.
Could
first.
you not just
Because
ask her?
me,
Did you,
Michael,
did you see how she turned that around?
That is
you
true.
don't
Listen.
You do not return
You
text
listen.
messages. You are the worst.
I was driving.
No.
This America.
You call. If you're driving, you call.
Well,
I was
we
trying
were
to
on
get-
the
I
way
was
to
trying
the
to get
movie when
Barbara-
everyone
Hang
heard
on. If
about
you're
the
driving, you call them.
Yeah. Oh, well,
You would call someone on your phone while you're driving.
yeah.
Well, if it
That's
were you,
awful. You can't do that.
so
Yeah, you
dangerous.
can.
That's
Yeah,
illegal
you
in England.
Well,
illegal.
It's a distraction.
guns are illegal in England too. And
Yeah, because they kill people.
All right, that's it. You're out.
Anyways, as I was saying,
And Ben's gone.
Michael, Lindsay, myself, and Gavin bought tickets to Prometheus. We had reserved seats all together, and Joel was like, "Oh, you're going to see Prometheus?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I want to come." I was like, "Okay, we have reserved seating." And then he's like, "Did you buy your ticket already?" I was like, "Yes, we have reserved seating." And then he's like, "Okay, I bought my ticket." It's like, are you not going to ask us where we're sitting or what seats?
I don't think it went down like that. I think she was making up
I
stuff.
think even if you told Joel where you were sitting, he would buy a ticket away from you.
Why
He'd be like,
don't
"I'm
you
gonna buy it over
why don't you
here."
tell your version, Joel?
I can't really remember.
Oh. So that's the version on
I'm
record.
pretty sure she's making up stuff up.
Could you not just like turn up though and then just book them there? Like, do you have to book them in advance?
No.
Well, they're going to probably sell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't do reserve seating for. I think they stopped doing reserve seating after a certain amount of time.
You have a couple choices. You could show up and buy your ticket there. You could buy a ticket in advance that's not reserve seating or a reserve seat. So you have 3 options.
And like the reserved seats are like the second to the last row.
Well,
Yeah,
it was
they're
So
also,
they're not the ideal seats.
They're not the greatest seats.
it's 3D. It was a 3D movie, so sitting a little bit further back is a little easier on the eyes.
Am I the only person here who loves 3D?
I love 3D.
I hate 3D.
Oh, look at the company you're in.
so
Congratulations, Joel. You
Right,
went,
thanks
you
for
went
that.
idiot over there.
3D's
Let's go to
terrible.
Vietnam and watch a movie.
but it won't be in England.
I'm
I
a filmmaker.
find it doesn't add anything. Like the amount of money extra it is, I find it's not worth
Yeah, but
it.
that'll come down. I think, like, generally,
I just
it's
don't
way
see
more
it.
immersive for me.
I think. Okay, what about this? What if you could buy glasses and just keep them, and then you
Right.
don't have to pay extra for a 3D movie?
I don't
You're paying
care
for it,
about
right?
paying extra for 3D movies, to be honest.
well, they
I
keep,
do.
they,
It doesn't cross my
they
mind.
keep changing formats, right?
I've got real 3D clip-ons I can wear on my glasses.
Yeah.
That someone sent me. I don't remember who it was, but someone who listens to podcasts. Thank you so much.
It doesn't always.
Yeah, I need some of those.
Like
Yeah.
you had those 3D glasses
Actually-
that you got from Butt Numathon or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and like we went to the Avatar or whatever, and like they didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, There's a couple of different standards. So like the IMAX has its own version, and I think the only other one left is Real D at this point. I know
Real-
that there was
yeah.
another
Yeah.
one
And then there's a Betamax by Sony, which is better, but for some reason didn't catch on.
more expensive.
At the cinema I go to, you can keep your glasses, but no one bothers to because it's just a pain in the ass. I'm not that bothered.
Well,
It's
no,
like,
he
it's about-
had a pair of
I'm-
sunglasses. He had a pair of 3D glasses that were awesome. They were
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sunglasses
Yeah.
that were.
Yeah, they were nice.
But I was saying it wouldn't necessarily match the format of the new
But
cinema.
I'm saying, like,
Right.
the whole idea of, like, 3D is, like, they charge you more because you have to pay to get the, like, rent the glasses.
Yeah,
essentially.
right.
So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, what if you bring your own? Like, don't charge me
But then
another
you-
$4.
But then you don't,
happens-
isn't it? Now that you pay for the glasses.
What
if you bought your
happens-
own, it's not more. It's not more, is it?
What
Yeah,
hap-
yeah, it is. The cost of ticket is the same
Yeah,
whether or
right.
not you have glasses.
No, they're not. They're not. Yeah, they're not going to.
They're not going to discount that.
No.
Well, you
But
know.
what happens to those glasses?
They send
When-
them off, they
like,
send them
when-
off and, like, clean them or something.
Yeah,
They
right.
send them
Well,
off
that's
and
what they
clean
say.
them.
Suspicious.
Like,
Well, I will
this
say,
is-
like,
Not
I
that
mean,
it's
like
of them.
you get them and they're in the little bag or whatever, and it's just like, what's? Come on, what's
No,
going
think
on?
about it this way:
How-
you get on an airplane and they give you that fucking disease blanket. Off that.
All right, listen,
They-
I have enough
That
things
thing
in my
always
life.
stinks.
God damn you
they
guys.
just rewrap that in a plastic bag and give that to you.
Once you start going down the road of like, ooh, there are germs on this, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like there's a fine line. I felt fine about
And yet we're
airplane
all
blankets
surviving
up until
perfectly
this.
well. It's fine.
Wait, what's even
You're
scarier-
allowed to have germs in your life.
I mean,
It's
I
not
thought you were
gonna
talking about the
kill you.
earplugs.
What's even scarier is the fucking pillows. People could be drooling on that shit, and that's like up by your head, and you're leaning on it, putting your face on it. That's way worse
So
to me.
Just bring your own.
I would like.
You don't
use-
think they wash them?
No, they don't. I know they don't.
Of course they don't, because the airlines have no fucking money.
Yeah, between every flight, you think they're like, okay, time to take the dirty blankets off and put the clean ones on.
This is why
Nope.
we don't think about this stuff because it's just nicer being naive to it all.
Do you know
being
what the
oblivious.
most? Do you know what the most disgusting part of a hotel room is? Like,
What is the
I
most
can take a guess.
disgusting
I can
part
take a
of a
good
hotel
guess.
The
I think.
glasses?
Sheets?
No,
you
it's,
guess will probably get it.
it's probably the remote.
It's the TV remote. The TV remote is the most germ infested
Ah,
It's a good thing I
thing
never
in a
used
hotel
it.
room.
But it's a piece of plastic that sits without anyone touching it. So,
But
I
no
mean,
one-
germs are not going to live that long.
They never wash it though.
yeah, but you don't
You don't
clean
wash
it.
Tell that to
right.
your keyboard. Keyboards are like supposedly more germ infested than toilets.
Apparently, the toilet is one of the
That
cleanest
makes sense.
surfaces in your house.
Keyboards
You know,
are fucking
Think
filthy.
about how much food you eat.
I
and
mean,
you,
I'm going to
type
have to
and
like
type.
We're gonna
get
blow-
myself like a hazmat suit for the rest of my fucking
We're gonna
life.
blow Joel's
Yeah.
mind now.
It's okay. You've survived this long and
No,
you're
it's
fine.
not okay.
Okay, let's
You're
get
good
out
guy.
of here. See if we can find a Prometheus showing
All
or
right.
something.
Check Bing.com.
And Ninja
Eat some food.
Buy your RTX tickets.
RTXevent.com.
Halo
Play
4.
Halo.
All right. Well,
Become a sponsor.
thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye.